All right, cool. Well, then we'll stop talking about 80s TV shows. So we're picking up, and I did do in-person recaps, and those should be in your player notes. But because we left off the last game in the middle of combat, I'm not going to have you guys read it off because I'm just going to assume that you guys haven't had time to do your journaling yet. Instead, what I would like to do is just kind of go around a little bit as you guys basically have reached the lowest levels of this mine, this outpost. What's going through your minds? You've seen some pretty crazy shit, some pretty hellish shit. Certainly more blatantly evil things than the party has ever encountered. And I'd like to start with the win because this whole ordeal is kind of the culmination of about 3 months worth of his life. Ever since he saw the eye, he's been kind of like, I really want to make this scrying crystal ball. Right on. How about our resident holy woman, Emiko? You kind of mentioned in Discord that
Mhm.
you're planning on using your downtime to try and come back and clearing this at least the desecrated temple.
Yeah.
So what's going through her head? You're seeing some very blatantly ugly things
Yeah, I mean,
in literally every sense of the word.
it's just the whole thing has been really horrifying for her and, heartbreaking, especially like the whole thing with uh the woman and her daughter. And at this point, that's what she is really wanting to do is after we get done here is to go back and report her findings to the temple so that way they can have a bunch of people whose pay grade is higher than hers to
Mhm.
help with cleaning it out. And maybe even after they finish with the temple, if they have time to go ahead and try and help with the mine too, because it seems like there's a lot of cleansing that needs to be
Mm,
done. Yeah. So that's where
absolutely.
our thoughts are on that.
And just well, Matt left. Well, anybody other than Matt want to throw in any thoughts? Any what's going through your character's head as you guys kick off this battle? You've already gone through one round. Howard had a little misfire, had a little premature evocation, and lightning bolted Marcus right in the chest.
Thanks a lot, doing. Appreciate that. No, I mean, I would categorize Marcus as an overthinker. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but I,
yeah.
but I
That
would
tracks.
say that,
A barbarian overthinker.
but I would say that, he's enjoyed the battle challenges thus far, in the dungeon. He's looking forward to hopefully meeting the mission of getting the crystal, and he realizes at this point that it's going to be a tough battle. And although he's confident that the party will be victorious, he's very much prepared to die the ultimate death, which is in battle.
Got it.
Just
Galen's
speaking
ready
of
to
the
He's
take
not
an
even-
R9.
Just speaking for the rest of the party, I'd like to say that we're all prepared for Marcus to die in this upcoming.
And I will throw out, I did make the promise in direct message to Howard. It is his birthday, and I will do my best not to kill him. But I do not rule out permanently maiming.
Uh-oh.
You might be a chicken nugget roasting on the floor of the mine with no arms or legs, but you will survive.
As long as you can still cast a fireball, we'll just carry you
No, he
around.
won't have any he won't have any hands, so no fireballs.
I have a book. We could probably work on some of those arms, legs things.
Right. That's
No
true. That's true. So, with that said,
I
we
am
are
here. I
going.
just was trying to.
Oh, hey, I'll throw a little something in from Sese.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just that Sese's seeing, he's committed to lawful neutral, which doesn't mean he's always doing good or always doing bad. He very much wants to keep things in the same order. And to him, certainly this gateway represents that we've found in this dungeon serious tipping of the scales, something that he would need to address on the other end. He would if he can't stop this, then he'd need to do some serious good in order to counteract
Balance the scale.
all the evil that is potentially
Right.
coming out of this thing.
I got
But
you. I
in
got
his
you.
mind, it seems like we're running into enough creatures, powerful evil creatures, that a little balancing is probably due.
Mm-mm. Well, to steal a line from the Avengers, Sesse's got a lot of red on his books after this one.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, you guys all do. Anybody else? Yep.
I wasn't really prepared for a statement, but I do say that Yanni has seen the lines blur between this world and the next as we come down here, and it certainly feels like this not a coincidence. Everything that he's been
Yeah.
through, and the fact that we are experiencing these extremely evil things, and the fact that they know they are able to I guess reach into us and is able to extract information, I guess, and it's definitely put him thinking about things that he did not want to think about.
Mm.
And he doesn't see a clear path here, but he is very willing to keep going. But definitely there's part of him that is questioning whether or not this was the A, was this the right choice? B, was this fated?
Mm-hmm.
Was this supposed to happen? Is this something having to do with, like, did he never wake up from the horror that he left?
Right. A little flashbacks, what you're saying.
Right. And
I got you.
questioning reality, if you will.
Mhm.
So
That's a valid thing to do in this case.
yeah.
You
I
guys have seen some shit. Yes.
I have a gameplay question.
Yeah.
Just I don't remember to pick up. Do I have a held action? Is
The thing is that it's not gonna tell me in the chat
uh-huh.
that you have a held action or not.
Uh-huh.
I
Replay the
don't
video.
remember. So
you could look back
it-
on the game on the combat tracker and see if he made an action during his turn.
Let's see, right before Emiko. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I think I may have a held action. Because I couldn't
y-
reach.
yeah, you wanted a held action to attack something if a target presented itself would be
Right.
most
And
likely.
it was just I'm sure it was just Eldritch Blast, but
Mhm.
okay. All right, check.
All right. So with that, we're going to kick off the combat. I'm going to unpause things and start up. So it's the beholder's turn.
Is this the second round?
Yeah, this is the top of the second round.
Do you know I don't know. I don't know.
No,
I don't know
what
if
you got?
Well, I don't know if I did I rage the first round?
You can do a search chat, but I don't think you did.
I don't remember. Think you held off on that.
Yeah, if you. Yeah, you didn't rage.
Okay. Yeah, I probably didn't because I wasn't in melee. Wasn't expecting to be in melee or something.
I see that I did not give you Legade, so I'll put him on the board. He's right next to you. Now here's a little trick for you, Howard. If you select Legade and then highlight over your character and hit J, he'll ride your shoulder.
Hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can hit N to make him stop. He's right on your shoulder. He's top left. Yep.
No,
No,
he's
right
tiny.
above.
He's there.
To the left of that and just a little up.
He's between you and
He's like on your
Just
corner
a-
of your square.
Oh, I see. It's little dinky. Little dinky.
He'll ride your shoulder. So now when you move, he'll automatically move with you, so you don't lose you. Yeah, if you're selecting him and hit N, it'll dismount. Wow, don't know what that was.
Is somebody talking?
Matt out of range. Yep.
Is Matt
All right.
wandering again?
Yeah. So let's do some movement on the beholder. One, two, three.
He's a fatty, so he can't move that far, right?
I can't move that far, but notice that warm golden glow. No, he's turning off everybody's magic items. Everyone in that golden glow. Your magic items aren't magic now.
Well, I took care of that for Marcus.
You did. You did. You did.
No problem there.
Don't we don't get a saving throw?
You do not.
Took care of what from Marcus?
He was talking about how he got rid of your magic axe for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
That was a heavy burden, and he helped you by getting rid of it.
I was
Yeah.
just looking ahead, man. Just planning for the future.
right.
All right. He did.
Got to make the statement.
So our magic weapons aren't magic?
Yep. Magic weapons, magic armor, spell effects. That's yes, sir. I will let you roll Arcana. The glowing yellow effect is for player convenience. It is not actually shooting a beam of yellow. All right. What were you trying to determine? To realize that this was yeah. So beholders are one of the reasons why they're so feared by adventurers is that central eye can use anti magic ray. Yeah, I
So is
will.
this a
No,
temporary? Is this like a cone of silence, or is
Yeah,
it
basically,
permanent?
it's while you're within the effect,
Gotcha.
And that's
while
just
you were
his
in the
gate.
area of effect.
It's just
Say
his
that again.
gate, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you.
So on a 17, I'm just going to read off the text, right? The beholder's central eye creates an area of anti-magic, as in the anti-magic's field spell, in a 150-foot cone. At the start of its turn, the beholder decides which way it's going to face and whether the cone is turned on or not. The area does work on its own eyes. So, in other words, while it's using that, it can't in turn blast you if you are in the anti magic area. But it can turn off magic weapons and armor for its friend to hit you.
I don't
And
recall. Go ahead.
yes,
Sorry,
go
I
ahead.
interrupted. No, I interrupted.
No,
Go
no.
ahead.
So it
Uh,
it couldn't attack Galen or I because we're in the cone, or Yanni.
That's correct. So, beholders have a bunch of eyes, and each eye has a spell effect. But the spell effect can't work because you're under the effect of anti magic.
Okay.
What was your question, Matt?
I just wanted to kind of recap for the beholder. Was there something, um, anything in particular that we needed to notice about the beholder?
Well, on
Was it?
your turn, you can certainly take an action and do
Well, I didn't
something.
know if there was something that was described prior.
There was nothing described prior. Howard was the only one who could see it at the beginning of combat,
Okay,
and he launched a lightning bolt when you were actually in a different core tunnel entirely. So even if there had been a description, Yanni wouldn't have been there to see it.
I got you.
All right. So and then, like I said, it can't use its special spells, but it is going to scream out that assassins, you've come to kill me at last. I knew you would. I'm prepared for you. I've been waiting forever.
Oh,
And
he's a
that's
little insane. Okay,
Mad.
I was wondering if he was a captive down here or not.
well, I will tell you on that Arcana roll, at the very least, DeWin knows that a common quirk of beholder personality, almost all of them are pathologically paranoid.
I got you.
So, speaking of, DeWin. You do not have eyes on the you do not have eyes on the beholder. You have eyes on his sentry. Yep. Okay. Okay. I think you clicked advanced turn. Let me rewind a touch. There we go. I guess it's just trying to show you where the range is. Some players need a little more help than others.
Don't do it, girl. It don't work.
You are indeed.
Maybe you needed that template.
Maybe the template would have been helpful.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So,
I'm going to award Yanni 50 experience points for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Write it down.
Write it down.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yes, that is the natural cave wall.
Wizard forward.
You're out of the cone.
You're no longer in the cone of shame.
Pretty much. Yep. Go for it. Yeah, there's a golem right behind you.
It was right next to me.
Do you need a template? Sure. What do you mean? You are not in a wild magic spot. Well, I get a saving throw, but let's see here. Right. Yeah. Yep. Full damage.
Dang.
Alrighty. Yeah,
You got
I was
moved down
noticing
there
that
by me.
myself. You did. You like booped. Let me put you back.
Yeah, for some reason you ended up back by me.
I also lost my connection. And it didn't do that. Apply. All right, there we go. It is. So this room, I'm not going to go into details because you just like literally bamfed in and then ran to the side. But this room is done up as a. You believe that this was at one time a warily bamfed in and then ran to the side. But this room is done up as that this was at one time uh, scattered goodies piled up on rotted shelves. Let me see. I think I have a description written down. So there is a journal. So the crackling sound is you're like standing on top of a little flame spout. They've been doing that the whole time. Yeah, it's not going to be damaging or anything like that. Sure. Not everyone's like you with your lightning bolt. DeWinn's new catchphrase is "ka-chow."
And he's gonna do the finger guns.
Right. Well, I was thinking cars, Lightning McKee, McGwee, or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
All right, so here's the description. Other people have seen this, but DeWinn, this is the first time he's gotten to see it. So this vast chamber once served as the mine's central storage facility. Its high ceilings and expansive floor designed to accommodate stacks of supplies and equipment. Stone shelving units line the walls, their surfaces now covered with dust and strange crystalline growths. Rusted hooks protrude from the ceiling where mining equipment once had hung, while long shadows dance across the floor, cast by pulsating blue-silver light emanating from the center of the room. The warehouse has been transformed into something other than its original purpose. What was once open floor space has been meticulously rearranged into a complex pattern of arcane symbols formed with mining tools, broken carts, and piles of ore. At the center floats the beholder. Along the western wall, partly concealed behind stacks of abandoned crates, is a meticulously organized collection of objects, but you cannot see what they are from your hasty entrance to the room. And that is all you are going to get on a teleport and move. Did you move again? Oh yeah. You finished your move by scooting to the side. Yep. Yeah. Now, I will say that while DeWinn has not made a study of monster biology or beholders, this one appears to be quite old. And you notice that instead of the normal number of tentacled eyes on the top of it, there is several of them have white cataracts over the eye.
And some of them have tennis balls on the end.
That's the walker it uses when no one's looking.
It's got the grippy socks.
Right.
Oh, poor thing.
There you go.
With the senior citizen, poor thing.
He yells too loud and his dentures come popping out.
Hey! That's what he was shaking when he was calling about assassins. He was shaking his walker.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He was like a heartbeat away from yelling about you damn kids on his lawn.
Right.
All right.
There you go.
Anyway,
All right.
action, bonus action, move for the win, and you're good to go. So we're gonna go to Galen. So Galen is free to do whatever he wants, but remember that if you're using magic weapons or magic armor, we're gonna give a penalty to the same so that it does not
Or just regular.
function as just straight regular armor.
Right.
So you got to get out of the. Now, is that line? I was going to ask earlier. Was that line of sight, or is that within that cone? No matter if there's an obstruction or not.
It's within the cone. So
Okay.
if you can duck behind the corner and
Mhm.
not be in the cone, then technically you're not in line of sight.
That's what I asked because it's line of sight. So if he can't see you, even though
Correct.
you're in that
Well,
cone,
Yeah. I mean, he
Okay.
can see you if you're like right, like he can see DeWin, right?
uh-huh.
But DeWin is off to the side. It's kind of like peripheral vision.
I got you.
So he can see you and you not be in the cone.
Okay.
And that's cool.
And that's cool.
It's cool, man. Ain't nothing but a
We got-
thing.
We got Galen.
Okay, go.
All right. I am targeting this
Yes, the
guy
Sentinel.
who was foolish enough to come up on me. And let me check real quick. I only have a +1 to attack and damage. Okay. So with
he
that,
is in defensive stance mode. So you need a 20 to hit.
Oof.
Hey, Galen,
what?
are you thinking about moving?
Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna disengage, but I will be moving around so that other folks can get in on the good times.
That is a miss.
And- all right. I'll do it again.
That's a
Wow.
miss. Now, because you've used your action, if you're going to move away, I do get an opportunity attack.
I'm not moving away.
Got it.
I am coming here, and then
That's going to move through him. So let
Let's
me
do the
double check.
column in the thing.
He went
I
around
went
him.
kitty corner.
Well, I mean, if you look, the wall is there. I don't draw the line for the wall at the foot of the cave wall because then everybody gets confused because you can't see the graphics of the cave wall. I mean, you might still be able to move through him, but I need to find out like if there's anything special.
All right. Let me get where I'm at. And I'll let you.
Yeah,
determine
yep,
it.
yep. So normally you would not be able to do that. So I'm going to ask that you think of something else.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
I know.
But yes,
and he
just to be
asked.
clear.
He asked. So
Yeah. So just to be clear, especially in cave, if I draw the wall of the line all the way at the bottom, then you guys don't get to see any of the cave wall because the graphics are kind of sloped. The last time I did that, you guys got really confused because you couldn't tell where the wall was. So I include a little bit of trim.
I got you.
Always good to include a little trim.
I knew you'd say so. That's why I included it.
All right. Where am I at? Then, am I okay to go right here?
You're absolutely okay to go right there.
Okay.
And I will even say that in that spot, you feel your sword's magic return.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
I must be getting enough blockage.
You're getting enough blockage from the wall. You've got 2 pillars blocking some of the ray.
Okay.
Any
And
bonus
I'm done.
actions? All right,
Nope.
Marcus.
All right. I'm going to start out by raging.
All right, go ahead and pop that resource out.
All right. And then I'm going to move. So flanking, am I flanking? Would I be flanking if I'm here? Flanking the sentinel?
You would be, but for the same reason that Elmore couldn't move there, you can't move there.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. So is this is the wall?
Let me help. Let me do this. Now it looks like a nutsack on my screen. Thank you very much.
So this is a wall. This is a wall here behind Galen.
That's right. Yes.
So there's no. I guess I'll make it easy. There's no way of getting around the other side.
Well, I will. I mean, it depends on how deep of a thinker Marcus is. There is literally an entire passage to the south that you guys have not explored. It is possible that loops around the back. You guys don't know. You didn't go far down that hallway. Yanni was the only one who did, and he didn't go very far.
And he could fit anywhere. Could flush him down a toilet.
But if you're talking about getting on the other side of the Sentinel, that's
Can I
correct.
jump?
You can't.
Can I jump over him?
I would allow it an opportunity attack if you're going to try and jump over its head.
What if I just go in and like a baseball slide kind of through his legs?
You're still moving through him.
All right.
It literally picked that spot as a bottleneck.
I'll step up to him. I think. Hold on. Fuck.
Yeah, this map is kind of confusing.
There's a lot of shadows.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want strawberry shortcake now.
Well, we got 1 serving left.
Yeah, I'll step up to him
All right.
and I'll hit him with my warhammer.
Yep. And I will note that the Warhammer is not magic. You still need a 20 to hit, though.
I need a 20 to hit him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got some special karate stance.
Basically, he used anime armor. He armored up.
Well, I guess I don't. Did I know that going into this? I don't remember if that was that
Well,
disclosed.
you did 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Okay.
We still got to swing at him.
So close.
There you go.
I can't even. Did it roll? I didn't even see anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you did.
rolled a 15 and a 22.
All right. I don't see it, so thanks for telling me.
It's in the chat message.
Yeah, it's in the
area.
chat. If it's not showing, you may need to refresh your browser.
Yeah, just scroll
Yeah, I saw
down.
the
Mine wasn't scrolling down either.
You should all reboot before you come into D&D.
Reboot before you come into D&D. Set your headphones in your mic.
This isn't
Yeah.
work. This is
Well,
this is important.
somebody had been in here and was messing around and plugging shit in and taking it out and all that
And
stuff.
they
Anyway.
need to have their fingers broken.
Go ahead and roll your damage,
Exactly.
Jason. You did hit once.
Nice.
All right. He's looking pretty banged up. Pretty banged up. Anything else?
No, if I move, he's going to get an opportunity attack, right? So
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Yanni, you can move through his square.
I can.
You are a halfling. You are allowed to move through people's squares.
Yes, but
I mean, that would put you closer to the beholder, which you may not want.
yeah, I may not want to do that. So to the south of me, to reiterate, the south of me is a wall,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And to the north of me is
Another
pillar,
wall.
another wall. So that is a passage through there is where they are.
That's right.
Okay. And we don't know if we can go out and around, like
That's
where
right.
Emiko is.
Well, let's see. You guys came across a path to the north that did fork off to the west of the screen, but you did not investigate it.
Okay.
And then to the south, there is another passageway that goes to the west, but you did not investigate it.
Okay. Because there's fog of war is only allowing us to see what we can see right now.
Right.
Okay. Well, we don't want to leave these guys like.
Technically, it's not fog of war. It's obstruction because of physical objects. But
I got you.
Oh, line of sight.
Yep, line of sight.
All right, so I'm going to step out of that. So now I'm no longer in the
Correct.
cone. And since he's in melee, I could sneak attack him, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. And we shall
That hits.
4, and we're gonna do. So you want me to do that damage before I do the sneak
Yeah,
attack?
if you would.
Okay.
Just do the damage and the sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah. But since he has not attacked yet in melee, so I could still assassinate him, correct?
No, he's had his turn.
That's right. He took a swing.
It's not about attack. It's if they get a turn.
I got you. Okay. All right.
Assassination is off the table.
All right. Wow, that is some really, absolutely terrible damage. So,
You rolled a 21. Well, I don't get it.
yep. And so then we will use our cunning action, and we will stealth. Can I make it through right here? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can move here.
Okay, so I need to roll stealth. Manage. Boom. We think we're hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and for some reason it's not moving. Can we move? Oh, there's a wall there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a pillar right next to Sese.
3. I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah,
Is
you
this
are.
just crates? Is this just crates and
The stuff in the middle of the hallway is the best I could do for minecart rail lines.
okay. Okay.
They don't have an asset for minecart rail lines, so
Okay.
this is as good as it gets.
But you said there's a passage to the west once I get up here.
Yeah, further north. It's
Ah.
up here.
A little ways. Okay. I think I've gone my max.
Yeah, you already shot. So
5, 10.
Zephyr Strike is a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if you Zephyr, you can boogie.
I don't. For some reason, that's not in my hotkey. Didn't I? What?
Oh, he did. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So that's about as far as I can get, I believe.
Okay. Sese.
Haha. Okay. All right. So,
Dang it.
Marcus, can you see the beholder?
Yes.
Okay. And I can
He
cross his
he
little...
can definitely see it because it can see him.
I can cross this little beamy. Wait, can I touch this little beamy and still cast a spell?
No, once you touch the beam, once you're like 3/4 of the way into the beam, as far as your square is concerned, then you're in the beam. If you only had like 1/4 of the square, then I would say, yeah, go ahead and use magic. But if you're talking about this spot, that's more than half.
Okay, but this spot, the hex to the right,
This spot would not you could use magic.
Okay.
What about this one right here?
That one, yeah, it's close, but yeah, I would allow it.
If I'm here, can I see the beholder?
I don't know. I don't have a token there.
Okay.
You might be able to catch part of it or see part of it. I mean, it is a big thing.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
just see the little...
can see a portion of it.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do then. From here,
Okay.
I am going to use my bonus action to hex him.
Okay.
Let's see how that. Bubba. I'm not doing. Place a curse on a creature. Target whenever you hit it with an attack. Okay. So I guess I just do mark target. Cast spell. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do. Okay, forget. Can I undo that?
Yep.
Yeah, you can recall it.
How do I do that?
I already refunded the resource.
Okay. All right. So no hex, but I am going to cast hold person. On the beholder, and he gets a wisdom saving throw or he is paralyzed.
All right, so you're going to cast this spell.
Yes.
All right, you cast the spell, and it immediately fails because the beholder is not a person.
Oh boy.
The beholder is not a what?
A
The-
person.
Not a
It- it-
humanoid.
it's a humanoid. A beholder is not a humanoid.
There's no hold creature, is there?
Yeah, there's hold monster.
Do you know that system?
Oh,
Well, I thought that was a standard counter tactic for beholders.
Clearly
That's
not. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
that hold monster might be, but hold person is not going to cut it.
Stand by. Well, then I'll just cast Hex with my.
Well, I did ask if you were casting it.
I'm not.
I
Arguing with
don't. I don't want to. What's that?
I'm not arguing with you. You want to
Yeah,
be a dick? I'll let you be a dick. That's fine.
I let
That's
you have
okay.
a mulligan. I let you have a mulligan. You had your one.
Well, actually, I think
This
that's-
isn't golf with
I-
Trump.
I think this is actually. If I go back and do that again, I'm not sure. Does that count as a mulligan? But
Well,
that's
you
fine.
recalled
that's fine,
your
dude.
Huh.
That's fine. Hold on, just a second though. I want to check.
Yep.
D&D Beyond has it set up where I can check what actions I have available to me as a bonus action.
It should be in your character sheet too.
Not. I don't think. Well, I mean, I could look at each action, but I don't think Forge has a thing where you can just go actions bonus action.
Gotcha. That's what you're looking for. I mean, healing light is a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Channel divinity.
Channel divinity is an action.
I don't know. It says right here, bonus action, channel divinity, vow of enmity, or harness divine power. I'm not doing either of those, so it doesn't really matter. But that's what it says here. It also says spells, divine favor, hex, hunter's mark, and misty step. So I'm going to cast that hex anyway. Does anybody have one particular saving throw they don't want him to be able to make? Anybody in the party? What's that? Okay. So I will throw him a hex. And I don't see anything where it says what trait to hex. See what I'm saying? It says you place a curse on a creature, 1d6. Also choose one ability when you cast the spell. But it doesn't.
You could do that your next turn, Brad. I've already let you recall a spell once. I'm not going to let you recall twice.
I'm
That-
not
that's-
asking you to recall it twice. This is
Well,
a
you-
bonus action, and I'm taking my bonus action and casting this spell on my
It-
bonus.
you can only cast one spell at a time.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do two spells. on
The
a
first
turn.
spell was automatically negated. There's no concentration. One is an action spell and one is a bonus spell. Bonus action spell. Why can I not do that?
I was told I couldn't do that with the Fae.
Yeah, but that's kind of crap because that we do that all the time, honestly. But,
What do you mean?
Well, like, people have been casting concentration spells, and then the very next turn they turn around and cast some other spell.
The next turn.
The
Not on
next
the
turn.
same turn.
I don't get why I can't cast a bonus action spell and a action spell on the same turn.
I don't know that I haven't read the rule myself, but I was told that by Howard, I think.
Yeah. So a concentration spell, once it's cast, you're not effectively recasting it. It's there, right?
Right, but it doesn't work. There's nothing to concentrate on because it doesn't.
But you
work
still have
on
to
that-
cast.
Okay, whatever. I think that's bullshit, but whatever. I will pass my turn. And who's up next? Well, then never mind. I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
Namiko.
All right, so I can't really see anything from where I am, so I'm going to move up a little bit.
Yep.
Can you
Alright.
can you cast a cantrip?
Nope. Nope. Just
No,
drop it.
I don't think. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Can't cast 2 spells in 1 turn. I'll be watching that in the future, folks. But yeah, no, I get it. That's fine. If that's the rule, that's the way we'll play it. That's fine.
Am I able to see the beholder or no? I can't tell.
Not from where you're at.
No.
Right. So if I move a little bit more toward where Marcus is, will I be able to see it or no?
I'm not sure. You might be able to see it from this square. You might be able to see it from further back.
I can't. Honestly, I can't.
I can't.
I can't see it from where I'm
Yeah,
at.
you can see like the corner of it right here.
Let me see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. So you might be able to stand, depending on your range, you could stand right behind me and cast something at it, depending on the range.
Well, I was trying to see if I could see it because let me see if I can move this way. I'm like having the worst time seeing anything. Right, let me try and go this way and see if I could see it. Right, because if I can't see it, I can't try to do that roll to try to figure out what it if we know anything about its weaknesses or anything like that, correct?
Well, you know that it's a beholder. You could make an Arcana or nature check without physically seeing it.
Okay.
Just knowing that Duwin has said that it's a beholder.
Okay. All right. So I'll just go ahead and stay right there. All right, I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see here. I'll do a Arcana. Let's see. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I'll do Arcana because my nature sucks.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
All right.
So on a 15, what were you hoping to learn? The weaknesses?
Yeah, the weaknesses or what what would be the most effective way to defeat it or something of that nature.
On 15, I'll let you pick one or the other.
So I guess whatever would be the most effective to defeat it.
So you kind of know a little bit of the same kind of thing that Duwin does, in that beholders are really, really tough. Like not just physically, but magically and combat wise.
Yeah.
And I will even say on the 15, one of its most famous and feared ability is disintegration.
Uh-oh.
That said, they aren't stupid. They are intelligent creatures. You've lived in Waterdeep a long time. While it isn't your scene, however you want to describe it, you do know that there have been persistent rumors for a very long time that the Thieves Guild that operates in Waterdeep is run by a beholder, is the guild master.
Yeah.
Xanathar, quite famous.
Right.
So they're not mindless monsters. which if you're trying to defeat one, you know that they're paranoid. So that might give you an angle, or just the fact that, like I said, they are intelligent creatures. They do converse. They do, it is possible for them to live in a structured environment. That said, the reputation of beholders is earned, right? They're so paranoid that sometimes they will fight rather than talk if they think that someone's out to kill them. So on a 15, that's kind of the most I can give.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh boy. All right. So, would I be able to relay all of that to the party, or?
Yeah,
Or
you can just relay that in your own words, but just keep it brief. I'm not going to make you do like 5 words, but just like it's not a novel. But yeah, you can shout something out to the party.
Okay. Well, she's well, I guess she's just going to shout out that it's a very intelligent creature, that maybe we should try and talk our way out of this instead of fighting, and that it can disintegrate us.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think I'm fine. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Yeah.
Got it. All right, so we're gonna move, and we've got the Sentinel, and we've got Marcus right in front of me. So the Sentinel is going to double
Just because
fist
I'm in front of him doesn't mean he needs to attack me.
At disadvantage.
You're screaming and spitting and all over the place. It will be at disadvantage because Galen is right there. That's the first one. Yep, it's going to miss both times. And it's going to stay in defensive mode. All right. The beholder's going to go. And it's just going to turn. Let's see here. To face Dwayne. And he's going to use... Let's see. Is that within range? It is. So, Galen, you need a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I meant to frenzy along when I rage. Are you gonna let me do that?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Uh-oh. Oh. All right.
Uh-oh.
So, Galen is now charmed.
Uh-oh.
When you are charmed, you cannot attack the charmer or target the charmer with any attack, magical or otherwise. Got it? You're muted, so I'm just going to assume that that's...
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Why am I always getting charmed?
I think it's because you have a low wisdom score.
Yeah. Poor thing.
Roll, not score. My wisdom's actually not bad.
Right. And let's see, how many actions does he get to do?
So he can't attack the beholder.
That's correct. Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Howard, do you want to roll a 2d6? Two separately? Yeah. Yep. All right. Thank you very much. So it's going to, let's see, we're not going to put down a measured template because we are within range. Oh, actually, let's do that. Cast spell. All right, so it's just Marcus. So Marcus is going to have to do a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Beat it or beat it. So you're fine. Nothing happens. I'm sure that's plenty of space. So and now DeWin. Oh no, wait. DeWin can't do it. Let's see. I gotta target somebody else. Who can DC?
I mean, we gave you one mulligan.
I didn't cast anything.
You had him roll dice.
Not for the second one. I did not.
I'm just giving you shit.
I know. So let's see who he can see. I can only see. I can't see anybody else. So Marcus, you get a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
So this is all coming from the beholder. How many attacks does this guy get?
The anti-magic ray is just looking. And then he gets 3 of his eye stalks per turn.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Roll what?
It is a DC 14 con saving throw. All right, so that is not gonna cut it. So you're gonna take some damage. Public roll. So you're gonna take 21 points.
Uh-oh.
And that is necromantic damage, so your rage does not help.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Sorry. All right, and that is its turn.
Aren't you supposed to smoke, Chronic?
Yeah, and it is still screaming about it will kill the assassins sent by the demons. It won't fall. You know, I've seen your kind before. DeWin, you're up. Visual like cone. There is. So there's like the line here, here, here. You don't see it. So there's illumination turned on. Oh, you don't see the pings. All right, maybe I need to refresh my page. There is a cone of illumination. Let me put a template. It's roughly like that. Oh. Oh, I see what you're saying. Uh, it's just shadow. It's just shadow from the thing. Let's see here. I don't know if this will help. Yeah. I mean, it is supposed to be dark. It is a cave. It should be a little bit lighter now. Yeah. Then you're out of the cone. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yep. There were. Let's see. Yeah, there had been. Yeah, it's right there in your. Let's do that. Maybe it needed to be equipped for some reason. It was there. Counterspelling. Oh, if you click on the item, like you're going to use the item, and that pulls up a list, and then if you pick something from the list, yep. The Mystic's Mercurial Manuscript. Yeah. So now pick the spell that you want. All right, so you're casting. Let me close this window. It gets a Dex save. Oh, it is, yeah. So it would be a disadvantage. Delete that. Save again. Disadvantage. and it got a 9, so it failed. So it's going to take full damage. You need to roll an intelligence check DC 14 while I apply this damage. That's right. Cool. Thank you very much. Let me just change something. Do. Let's see if this works. It does not. Okay. Delete. Edit the item. Review. So if you check the description of the book now, it should be updated. All right, let's see here. I couldn't make a roll table of this because I didn't know when it was going to kick in. So I will copy this and paste this to you in Discord. And while I'm doing that, if you could roll 2d20 minus 9.
None of this sounds good.
You can, yes. All right, so 16. So we're gonna go to the spell list. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So Dwyn feels his knowledge of the shield spell drain from him, and you see it appear in the book.
Uh-oh.
And did you see the text message in Discord? On the other hand, you did a lot of damage.
Nick.
Waterdeep, we have a problem.
So I am going to we're just going to mark that shield spell for now, Howard. And I will have to update the book to reflect that. Maybe I can do it on the fly. Let me try. Actually, it's already in there. So technically, it's you just lost the spell.
Uh-oh.
Because it's already in the book. So delete.
So you
All
have to
right.
do studying again or something.
It's yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
All right. Any other actions? Yeah, there's a wall. Got it. Any bonus action? Cool. Galen.
Who's got the most damage on them?
I would say, well, I can tell you that
E.
Marcus is bloodied, which means he's at least 50% down. Anyone who has that dripping blood icon means they're at least at 50%.
I've got 26 of 56 left.
Where's the dripping? Is it on the? Where's the
It's on
dripping blood?
it's on their character token. So if you look at Marcus, he's got like the open mouth for rage, and then directly underneath that, he's got a white dripping.
Oh, I wasn't seeing that. Okay.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the Sentinel has the same thing, and in fact, so does the Beholder.
I probably need to refresh. Let me try refreshing.
All right. I am going to do a healing word on Marcus.
Roger that.
Not going to be a lot, but it should help. And then
He's over 50%. He's no longer bloody.
I'm just going to say, hey, y'all, these guys are cool.
All right, so go ahead. How are you going to convince the party?
I mean, come on, just
What
look
would
at him.
Galen say?
Galen would just say, y'all need to kind of be nice to these guys. They've been down here a long time. They're a little messed up. I mean, they're good dudes. If the one's a dude.
I'm just gonna have you roll persuasion. Well, no, hold on. Nobody is required to do anything role playing wise. This is a persuasion roll to see how persuasive Galen's argument, whatever he comes up with, is. You can still choose to ignore it, right?
Wow. Okay.
So, while he did have a penalty, he did get a nat 20. So, Galen is eloquent in a way that you rarely see him be.
I would say never.
Yeah. But that's entirely possible. This may be the most, not only the most words he has said at one time, but the most eloquently about how we should really calm down and de-escalate this situation. It is. This is not binding on anybody. I want to make that clear. You don't have to honor the 20. But he does make some very good points.
Yeah. Saving throws for me, bad. A persuasion throw that should go bad just because I'm so bad at it goes great.
Right. So
my rolls, y'all.
Marcus, you're up. Galen has spoken eloquently about why we should de-escalate. Totally up to you what you do with that, and you are muted.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a potion of healing.
Okay. I do plan on making that a bonus action the next story, but for now it is still an action. So we'll apply that.
All right. And then, do I know? Do you have any idea if I can communicate with the beholder?
I believe Anna did say that it's. I don't know exactly what words she used, but she did communicate that it is not stupid.
Yeah. It's highly intelligent.
If anything,
Kind of yell towards him, hey, not really here to fight you, really just interested in some of the crystals you have down here. I know you've been down here a long time, dealing with your own issues. Anyway, we can have some, come to an agreement.
go ahead and roll persuasion. I will tell you. Let's see here. So it just screams back, "No, you're trying to trick me again. I won't let you do it. I won't let you kill me. I can't die like this."
Well, I'll yell back. That is not our intent. Our intent is not to kill you. That's not part of our mission. And I will.
So as you say that, roll deception. You lie! And for over the table, you are lying. Because you guys made a contract with Babao to kill the creature on the third floor that was interfering with Babao's tribe.
Right, when we entered the dungeon.
Yep.
But we don't know that the beholder is the creature that they referenced.
Yeah,
there.
that's
They
true. We
didn't
don't know.
say the beholder.
Thought it was way worse.
Sure. It's the only intelligent monster down here, so while you may not assume it.
Well, you know it's the only intelligent monster down there. We don't know that.
You guys have scoured more than 50%, but I'm not going to tell you what you assume.
All right. Well,
We don't even know if this guy, this creature, identifies as a beholder.
It identifies as an older beholder.
It apparently doesn't identify as a person.
Well, yeah, he definitely isn't a person.
We've determined this.
We have.
He might not identify as a beholder either.
Do you have anything else, Marcus?
I like the older beholder. That sounds much better.
well, I've got to either take damage or make an attack to keep raging.
Right.
I'm
Unfortunately, you already used your action for the healing potion.
Yeah, but I can use my. I've got two.
You attack is an action, regardless of how many attacks you get.
Hmm.
Two-weapon fighting?
Wait, so
He doesn't have two weapons. You could always voluntarily get hit.
Hit yourself.
He can't hit himself. He's already used his action.
Yeah, but with two-weapon fighting, he could throw a dagger at him.
He doesn't have
something.
two weapons equipped.
Frenzy's a bonus action.
Does Frenzy let you have a second attack?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Bonus.
you can use Frenzy. You can use Frenzy.
So I just want to make sure I get this straight. You're saying that I've got an extra attack, right? I've got 2 attacks essentially,
Right.
and you're saying the attack's an action, so that action constitutes 2 attacks. If I use an action for something else, then there's
Then you'll
no
get either attack.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
right. But frenzy's a bonus action.
frenzy is a bonus action. That's correct.
So if I don't hit and I don't do damage, do I lose my rage?
If you don't hit, say that again.
If I
Can
don't,
he hit himself?
If I don't hit and I don't end up doing any damage, does that end my rage?
Well, I don't
Yes,
think it.
you have. I believe you have to do damage,
I don't think
or
so.
you
I
have to
think you
take damage.
Oh, attacks. Okay. I just need to
He just
attack.
has to. Yeah, he just has to attack something. I don't think he has.
Yeah. When you make
Damage.
the melee attack.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Which is what I'm doing now. So I'll go ahead and use my Warhammer.
Yeah, you could miss, and that's fine.
Which is what I did.
You did, but you keep your rage because you did take a hostile action.
Yeah. Okay. And so I think that is all I can do. I do have a question. I've got this wand of misguided dreams.
Yes.
If I'm still in that cone of magic.
You are not in the cone right now.
If I was, could I not use that?
That's correct.
All right.
When in the cone, you can't use magic of any source. Magic items, casting spells.
Right. Okay.
When
I'm done
am
then.
I no longer charmed?
You get a saving throw on your next turn.
Wait, you're charmed?
Yeah, he's charmed. Let's see. You are charmed. Until the spell ends, which is 1 hour, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. It being the beholder.
No.
Actually, I take it back. You are not charmed anymore because Dwayne lightning bolted it.
Okay.
No, but it's. I think you're. No, I think he's still charmed. It's until his guy does something to damage Galen. That he be.
Oh, got it.
Okay. All right.
Well, the Warforged doesn't count because the Warforged didn't cast the spell. The Warforged also does not get the benefit of the spell.
Yeah, but I.
Oh, okay, got it. It doesn't get the benefit, but it does get the penalty. Got it. Okay.
But I have taken my potion of healing as a bonus action.
No, I'm going to be changing that next time I run the game. Like, after the story is finished, it will become a bonus action. But I had said I didn't want to change it mid-story. All right. Mid-chapter, yes, that's a better word for it. Anything else? You've had an action, you've had a bonus action. I'm assuming you're not going to move because you don't want an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Yanni, you wanted to reorientate yourself.
Well, I feel like I went the wrong way, but I don't know that really matters because, I mean,
don't we all really deep down?
yeah, that's right. Deep down, right. So I think I'm just going to re-engage the other way because I don't think just running along in here. Do I feel like with my perception that I would, the sound of the cave and everything, that there's a way around? In other words, do I hear the echoing of the sounds of battle back around in front of me to the left?
I would say your best guess is that the north is iffy.
Okay.
The south maybe is a better choice.
Yep. Okay. That's kind of where I was at.
But
So
that is gut feeling, no guarantees.
right. Okay. So I am going to re-engage here. Now see, I've started a new turn, so now I can do Zephyr Strike, couldn't I?
You could.
Okay, so we'll still getting used to this page. Feature spells, Zephyr Strike. I don't have any more spells. We haven't long rested, correct?
No, we did. We long rested last session.
I gotta say, I thought the party did.
Okay, all right.
You may not have clicked it, but I'm pretty sure that the party did long rest.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I was reading this. I'm trying to get used to the newer sheet, so I was just reading it wrong.
No need to cuss.
He's tired of this sheet.
Yep, I am tired of this sheet. All right, so you can get. Increase by 30. Okay, so I can come through 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What was that? Oh,
Just a little ley line influence.
Your impending doom.
right. All right, so there is no anti-magic
That's correct.
shell. How bad does the Guardian look?
Bloodied.
Bloodied?
Really
right.
bloodied.
How does the Beholder look?
Bloodied.
Bloodied. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and attack the Beholder because I feel like if I attack the Beholder, then we could end this. So,
it is not within melee range. And you had been sneaking. So I will let you attack with advantage.
Okay. All right. So we can also sneak attack.
Yep.
22.
That hits.
All right. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Oh, nope. Damage. Normal. Damage. There. Okay. And then I add another D8 from the Zephyr. Where's Zephyr? I should have waited. How far up there it is. Okay, found it. Okay. And another, oh, of course, just 3. All right.
Yeah, it's 3 points.
That's a total of 7.
You don't need to add it up. I got it.
Yep, I know. Okay, I was just for my own sake. All right, so now I've got another about 30 feet of movement. So do I feel like going left here, or do I need to hook over and go left here, down here? Which one do I think is my better bet?
Your gut says to the south.
Okay, that's what I thought. 5. Not through here. That's solid.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, so
Yep,
down
solid.
here. Okay. So there. Is that right?
Yep.
There. Okay.
You should have a nice long passage that you have not been down.
Okay, and I think I have one more. I think I have 5 more feet of movement.
All right.
Okay, so I run by, shoot the Beholder in the
Shoot on the
face.
fly and keep going.
Yep. I think that probably is one of those kind of funny.
Are you
All right.
saying anything as you run by?
I'll give a bridge burners shout. Some kind of
All
battle
right.
cry from the bridge burners. What was it?
Alrighty.
What was it? Remember something? Remember what? It was somebody I thought. I don't
It's
remember.
ironic that you know that the motto is remember something, but you don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, yep. I thought that'd be good. Yeah. Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna move to Sese.
Okay. Is there a square around Marcus that is not covered by that anti-magic?
The beholder is. I will just tell you, the beholder is no longer looking at you guys.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go. Oops. Trying to move. 5, 10. I'm gonna walk through Marcus, so that's double. That's 20. And then I'm gonna.
Trying to do the same thing that Elmore and Jason tried, which is you're gonna have to move through the Sentinel, which you can't
'Cause
do.
up here, up top,
Is a wall.
is blocked.
Yes.
All right. Sorry about that.
I redrew the wall so that there wouldn't be any trim because it was confusing people.
So this hex here, is that movable? Can I move there? I should say.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll move there.
Yep.
And I don't want to do this. I was hoping to do the same thing. I guess they were
Yep.
moving beyond him
And flank him. Yeah, they both wanted to do the exact same thing.
Okay, I guess I'll stay here. And
Okay.
then Marcus, how down are you?
He's not bloodied.
I am 39 of 56 hit points.
17. Okay, so I'm going to, as my action, I'm going to
Yep.
lay on hands,
Roger that.
and I'm kind of stealing. Well, I'm kind of stealing Emiko's thunder, though, aren't I?
No, it's fine.
Well, I mean, I can zap the Sentinel if nothing else. Let me do that. I'll just move here.
Yeah,
That
it might
way
be.
Emiko. What's up?
Yeah, it might be more valuable for you to do some damage and let Emiko heal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'll stand there and cast 2 Eldritch Blast spells with my action.
Alrighty. Okay.
On the Sentinel. Because
Sentinel.
Can I see the Beholder? I guess I can see the Beholder, can I?
You can, yes.
And that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. No, I'll isn't that interesting? I never even thought about that. Okay. So, let me get my sheet up. Sorry.
Yep.
And I think where's that at? Where's let me get some effects.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for I think I've got a divine smite or something that gives me advantage against that. Nah, fuck it. I'll just do I'm taking too long. I'll just do the Eldritch Blast.
And what level are you?
I am level 1.
No. Total.
Oh, total, same as everybody else. So what is it, 6? 6.
Cool. So you get 2 shots. A 21 hits.
Ah,
7 is definitely going to miss. So you hit once. Ready? So you score a blast with your brand new, just out of the wrapper Eldritch Blast.
yeah, 7 lousy points.
He unboxed
Every
it.
little bit counts,
Man, it'll
man.
never be the same.
Right. He's no longer an Eldritch Blast virgin.
And I don't have any.
And it's going to use a legendary action
Uh-oh.
and scream out, "No! I won't let you kill me!" And let's get the proper range. Do.
This is like a reaction.
Yeah, legendary actions are always a reaction.
Okay.
All right, so it doesn't get you, but it does get to win.
Oh no.
So it cries out, and Dwayne needs to make a DC 14 con saving throw.
Where is Dwayne?
He's up in the corner.
He's trapped now.
Yep, that's Dwayne in the corner.
I don't see him.
Nobody
you
puts
won't be
Dwayne
able
in
to
the corner.
Cue
Yeah,
the
you
music.
won't be able
Cue
to
the music.
I don't
That's
see him.
Dwayne in the corner.
Right. You won't be able to see him because the wall is in your way, Aaron.
Ah, okay.
I don't think we'll be able to see him very much longer.
Oh my god.
Well, no. He's not going to die. He can just be horribly maimed.
Whoa.
All right, so that completes your use of Fate Weaver. You have used both the high and the low. I did. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't like in-game mark it off because it doesn't have the concept of chapter. It recharges once a chapter.
So we don't get an Anakin Skywalker moment here?
No.
So he saved?
He did. So you only take half damage.
Okay.
So as the beholder screams out, the crystals embedded in the ceiling pulse with ley line energy. And we're just gonna do this as a public roll.
Where are you again? Can you mark where you're at?
Yeah, and there's nothing special for Dwayne about taking radiant damage or force damage, is it right?
That was to DeWitt.
Yes, I believe that that's true. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you are going to take half of that, so 10 points.
What are you down to win?
Well, if I could see you, I could heal you, but I can't see you.
Can't see. Yep. All right. So I don't think that Sese had anything. I think that's why I
No,
used
I
the.
got-
Oh, you do. You do. Got it.
Well, I got a bonus thing. Again, I don't
Okay.
know. I was going to cast Hex here, but
Okay.
um,
Yeah, you can't. Well, you've already used the action.
so yeah, but it's a bonus action.
It doesn't matter. You casted a spell once.
I
So like
casted
in
it.
Howard's game, Ray
I
has
casted
to.
a spell twice.
No, you got 2 shots with Eldritch Blast,
That's 2 spells.
which was your action.
Uh-huh.
That's one spell. That's one spell.
Oh.
Ah, got it. Okay.
That's all right. That's okay.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
trying
no.
to-
I forgot about the cantrip. So you can cast Hex because Eldritch Blast is a cantrip.
So, dexterity, is that what we're saying is the best thing to inhibit on this guy?
I believe that's what Howard said. He
Huh?
couldn't cast 2 spells.
Yeah, I couldn't cast it. No. I was
No.
going to, but then that was 2 spells on 1 turn, was the ruling. So I didn't cast it.
So you can do a cantrip and a spell as long as one of them's a bonus action, right? Is that what we're saying?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what we're saying. Yeah.
But you can't do
I
two
had
of each.
I had forgotten the cantrip.
But you can't do a spell and a bonus action spell.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
That's the ruling.
And the cantrip has to be a bonus action if I remember right.
That makes sense. Oh no! Wait, no. No.
Hmm.
Okay. Got it.
Got it. I'm good with that.
So yes, you can hex.
Okay. And let me pull this back up. And I guess we're gonna go with dexterity.
Sure. I forget. Do I get a save for that? I don't think I do.
Hold on. Let me look at well, when I cast it, it'll.
Yeah,
put
when
it
you
in.
cast it. Yep. So no saving throw.
Okay. And we're gonna go with dexterity. I'm not sure that's. We probably should go with something else, but we'll go with dexterity because we don't know anything better at this point.
Sure. And Howard, you'll help remind me when it comes back around because it might be a while. All right. So it is hexed. That's action, bonus action, movement.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Emmy.
Where is the end turn button? I know you
It is. It's right here
hold on.
on the carousel. It's just to the side. I don't want to click directly on it because then it'll end Aaron's turn.
Actors items.
Yeah, it's like right next to like Dewin's character portrait on the tracker. If you just go just to the right of Dewin's portrait.
I'm not. Oh,
it
okay.
does.
All right, never mind. Okay.
Oh, then there's the combat tracker.
I'll look.
All right.
Try to do that in the future.
Emmy.
All right. So, if I move this way, will I be able to see Dwayne?
I don't think you can. No. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's no place that you can move that would let you see Dwayne.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move next to Marcus, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Let me see. Those Cure Wounds.
You want to roll your healing? Mm, and apply. There you go, Marcus.
Thank you. I got 48 of 56.
Oh, good. Good.
And don't forget, you guys can see at least some idea of this using the party inventory screen.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
All right.
Sorry, say that again.
Under the actors tab, there's that party inventory. The actor for party inventory, and if you pull it up, you've got all the members and their current hit points.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah. Anything else from you, Amy?
No.
All right. So we've got the Sentinel still. It knows that Galen is friended. So here's a question, Galen. Would you still be sentineling Marcus if you're trying to talk him down?
I'm sorry. Would I?
Since
yeah.
you are charmed, would you still be acting as a sentinel and guard for Galen? Or would you
Yes.
be trying to guard? Okay, so you are.
I'm only charmed for the
For the beholder.
beholder. So
Right.
if I just can't attack the beholder.
Correct. Or well, technically, it's like any hostile action.
Right.
The reason I was asking was because you made that eloquent speech about de-escalating. So I was
Yeah,
just
well,
checking.
that's normal charm behavior, right?
Sure. Yeah. All right. So it's going to attack Marcus. 12, I think, is going to miss. '21 will hit, though. All right. That is the Sentinel's turn. Let's see. This one. Do. It's going to turn to put the most of the party back into the anti-magic. But that does leave DeWin as a possible target. So DeWin gets to make a saving throw. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. You beat it. And since you're the only target that it can target, well, it's going to hit you 2 more times, in fact. But if it's any consolation, it does have to use a different one. Go ahead and make another DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. You beat it.
Wow.
And then the last one. DeWin can make a DC 14 con saving throw. you saved, which I believe gets you half damage. Yep, it is a half damage. Halved to 12. All right. And that's its turn. And it's going to scream that I'm going to kill you, assassins. You demons from hell. And to win. You're counting on that.
Oh, there was a preface there.
Well, no, you can. You totally can.
Fireball him.
It can be, yeah. Not too bad. Let's make that saving throw. I will say that I believe I can see Sese in that anti-magic cone. So while you are still controlling the spell, it is being suppressed. So it's going to roll normal. Sese is under the influence of an anti-magic zone. His hex
Dexterity.
is suppressed. So the saving throw is not made at disadvantage. It is made normal.
Oh, well.
Well tried.
<clears throat> 16. So I only take half. All right. Anything else? There is no cover back there.
Can you Misty step out of there or something? That's a problem.
Hit tab.
Hang on.
Make sure you're not on the measurement or the template
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's laggy. I think you were up. Oh, you got it.
There's an obstruction of justice there.
I can't.
Well, some people can.
Yeah, I can.
Over.
So I will say you're like right on the edge of that anti-magic cone. that it? Got it.
What's
Elmore.
my
Wizard forward.
what was my save and throw for charmed?
The charm is. Let's see. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw. Let me search the chat. It's a DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Jeez.
That you are still convinced that this should be de-escalated.
All right, but I can still swing at this sentinel,
You
right?
can still swing at the sentinel.
Dang it. Okay. There we go.
Now you are in anti-magic, so you're going to have a -1 on the final roll. So that misses.
Hi, Bailey.
You need a 20. It is in defensive mode. It's in defensive mode, so it gets +2 AC.
Yeah. My best roll of the night. Except
No,
for
you got a nat 20 on your persuasion.
yeah. Alrighty then. Let's see. In turn. There we go.
Marcus.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna try to beat up on this sentinel again. So I'm gonna take some whacks at him with my warhammer.
Yep. It's AC 20.
Yes.
That hits. And go ahead and roll the damage.
$11.
All right. So, Marcus, how does this end?
Basically, land a hammer blow like square on the top of his head, and it just kind of drives his neck down into his body, and then kind of things explode from there, and he bleeds to death.
Probably with a primal scream of rage.
Yes, very much raging fully.
All right. You still have movement, and you still technically have a swing from your attack action.
Got 2, I think. I've got.
That's your bonus action. That's why I didn't mention it. But yes,
So I'm in the cone of influence, right?
you are. Yes,
And he can't attack me when I'm in that cone, right?
that's correct.
So I'm going to step up to him. I'm going to take a couple of swings at him.
Sure. Trying to resolve these first, so that hits.
Oh, wow.
I'll take another
Okay.
swing at him.
All right.
Finish
Putting
him.
in the work.
What's that?
Putting in the work.
Yeah,
I think
one
Brad
more.
said finish
Go,
him.
let's go.
It's about time. Normally
That-
you just
that
get
misses.
wounded, lays there, and everybody's got to heal him.
That's a miss. And it's going to use a legendary reaction. And it's going to ask you to make a DC 14 con save.
So I just want to make sure I understand the progression here. So although he can't attack me, he can make a reaction.
It's a legendary reaction.
What is a legendary reaction?
So certain very hard creatures, you might think of them as boss monsters, get some number of special or legendary actions that they can just do.
Okay. All right. So I need to make a con saving throw, 14
You
or
do
better.
14 or better. Yep. If it's any consolation, it only gets 3 points worth, and that was 1 point worth,
Got
and
it.
you saved.
Made it.
So you do only take half damage.
Damn.
Wow.
Half.
Damn, dude.
So 11 points. And it is not bludgeoning or slashing, so rage does not help.
Okay.
And with that, it wobbles, falls to the ground, and goes, "No, not like this. Not like this." And then it dies.
Oh, wow.
It's simultaneous. It's a reaction.
Yeah, by definition, it's the end of Marcus's turn that he gets it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like it all happens simultaneously.
Right.
That's why like a shield spell can block an attack because it all happens simultaneously.
Did you take the 11 off of Marcus?
I did. So does anybody want XP?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Do you want me to auto assign it, or do you track it through Beyond?
I've been tracking it through Beyond, but we can easily.
As long as your characters here are current, I can just apply it, and you guys can have the final number at the end of the game. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, because how do I add when I'm in Beyond or in this one now? I know how to add it in Beyond.
Yeah, it's going to be in the log, but
okay.
We're
'Cause
getting
I
away
don't-
from. Sorry, I thought we were getting. I haven't really been updating Beyond because I thought we were trying to get away from Beyond.
well, some people, yeah, some. Go ahead.
Okay. I just leveled up. I should be leveling up. I just went over my threshold of level 6.
Yep, but you won't get that until you do a long rest.
Yeah. We're in the same boat, Jason.
Because I can't add that 50 points that you gave me earlier. I can only add that to Beyond, correct?
No,
No, you could add you could add it to the character sheet here.
got to go up there and hit that wrench at the top left, I think, of the
Yeah,
sheet.
that's right.
Oh, okay, I got you. Now, yeah, I got it. Okay.
All right. So you have killed the beholder and its guard. But you survived.
Absolutely. When I try to sneak, the thing's still red.
Yeah, you still got the detection eye coming up.
Right.
All right. So you guys search a little bit. And I will just drag this into DeWinn's inventory.
I'm curious. That, yep, definitely was a clever but futile idea. Ah,
Didn't Marcus realize something about what he was looking at somewhere?
You can stay open.
Didn't Marcus realize he was looking at something? You're gonna have to give me a
About the
little bit
crystal.
more because I don't.
About the crystal.
Oh yeah, you guys found where the crystal had been growing, but it had been cut off.
Right.
Yeah, you found the one that you're looking for. You found the one that was cut off.
So this is the crystal you've been looking for.
Yes. Some what?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that guy, so I don't know.
That was Conry. That's
Yeah,
Conry that is
Conry's
trying to set
compendium
fashion
of monsters.
trend.
Yeah,
I think Conry's all about the fashion statement.
that's right. Yeah, he would take the eye stalk and turn it into a belt or a sash or something.
I think it would be a bolo tie.
Bolo tie. There you go. A very thing that would make everyone uncomfortable. Oh shoot! Are these giant mushrooms in here?
They are giant mushrooms.
Hmm. They have any medicinal value?
You could eat one and find out,
No, we aren't going to do the Skyrim thing.
or you can.
Eat it and see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Your other option is to roll a nature.
Okay. Don't we have a ranger in here? Oh, I am the
Yeah,
ranger.
you.
Yeah.
I've got a +3 nature.
got +1.
For Marcus, I am going to go ahead and end your rage now, and give you your level of exhaustion.
So can I help Marcus to identify these mushrooms?
You guys can do whatever actions you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Supposed to be an advantage there, Marcus.
Oh, I'll roll again. Sure, you didn't want to roll it?
I think his level of exhaustion is he's like,
Yeah.
Right.
mushrooms? You want to talk about mushrooms?
I think he's too tired to give a shit.
Yeah, he's like, we just beat a
Are you
beholder to death. You
just-
want to know what a fucking mushroom is?
Maybe Galen can take a look. Is he the other? He's got a high nature, didn't he?
He's just a fighter, but he may have high
Yeah.
nature. I don't know.
There, I'll roll.
No, I don't have a
Well,
high nature.
you
How
were
about that?
doing a help action. You already helped. You
Oh,
could,
okay. All right.
You
Can't do
were
that.
no help, but you tried.
Right. I got you.
So is the party taking a short rest here?
Sure.
So I had
with a beholder body here. I don't know, guys.
Yes.
Well, why not? What are you worried about now? We killed the beholder, and the DM has already told us it's the only intelligent creature left in the dungeon. So
Yeah, like
That doesn't mean they aren't unintelligent.
yeah, I was gonna
Right.
say there's plenty of
So those are-
unintelligible creatures that could hack us in half. You know.
pussy.
Is to win
be on the
trying to
books.
harvest anything?
Yes, very much so. We want to harvest all the eyes.
Okay,
For sure.
I'm gonna
But
secure
now-
the area, Mike.
you're gonna do a little scouting. Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna secure the area.
That would probably best be done by somebody with a good nature score, wouldn't it?
I mean,
was
just
it?
cutting off the eye stalks isn't very hard.
Yeah. What, you watch Conry do this? You could no, that's another character.
Right. Is
Uh,
nature what Conry uses?
Yeah,
he used a
because he's
combination
like-
of medicine and what was it, nature and something else I can't remember.
Yeah, but that was to like vivisect and skin and like harvest organs and venom glands and
Yeah.
he was what are they, hoof to tail adventuring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas I think Dwayne's just going to be like grab, pull, cut.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think we want the stalks are easy enough to cut off, but I think we
Right.
want the big eye.
All right. Well, if you want to try and harvest the big eye in one piece, you will have to roll. I'd say probably medicine to cut in and pull it out in one piece.
Who's got a good medicine score?
I got +1.
I got a +2.
Let me see.
Who's got the +1?
Well, I was going to
Me.
see what Emiko.
Oh.
What,
Yeah. I have a +3 for medicine.
How would you like to
It was
operate?
also, I think the other one was survival.
Survival. Let's see here.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
medicine and survival. You guys want me to do it? I'll take care of it.
What's your
Yeah.
medicine?
Yeah, but you're going to need someone to be a nurse to help you.
I have a 6 in both.
Yeah, you
All
do
right.
that. You
Yep.
do
Like
that.
that's
And
your
then
job.
Emiko can help you.
Turns out, I've done a bit of field surgery in my time.
Yeah.
You're a bit of a scientist yourself.
Yeah, you
Yes.
saw that. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the answer.
All right, so he whips out his surgeon kit. I don't know if you guys want to watch this or not. All right, what do you want? Medicine?
Yeah, it's like a documentary.
Yeah. So,
and
hold
who's
on, let me-
assisting?
Say again.
And who's assisting?
Emiko's assisting.
Yeah, I can help you.
Okay.
All
He's
right.
going to hand
so
you the
let's-
knife.
Well, let me get a DC. One moment.
Do we have like a bag or something that we could like have him drop this in? Because
So-
I
so-
am not
so-
Put it in
touching
a pocket.
See if you skin the beholder, then you turn that into a bag and
So first
I'm
off,
not
I need
touching this.
Jason to roll a D20,
uh,
and it's just a high-low. A high
Alright.
is good. A low means that when you struck the final blow with your warhammer, you got
Ah.
it in the eye.
you bust his eye.
High is good, so you didn't break the eye.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah,
it is
I'll be
a-
explaining this the
You
whole time. I'm
skewered
like,
it and it's
prepared.
you smashed its pancreas.
Okay, I'm just holding the bag out. I'm not touching this. You
Alright,
can.
So first off, this is going to be a series of rolls. So
Okay.
work with me. All right. So first off, make a either nature or arcana check to determine the best way to do this.
Oh, geez. Well, that's not me. So, Dwayne, can you come over here and assist? Oh, okay.
Right, he's like dying over here.
Is there anybody else with Arcana and Nature that can do the job here?
I
We'll
don't
just
have
wait.
an advantage on any of that.
We'll just
Okay.
wait. We can
All right.
search the room while we're waiting.
All right.
Let's search the room, look and see if he's got any little treasures.
Or determine
All right.
where he might have hidden stuff.
Right? They're greedy, right? Beholders are greedy, right? So
Yeah, but this
Not
one's probably
necessarily.
senile.
What's the D6? Oh, you're taking your short rest.
I mean,
Rolling those hit dice.
we could have had Emiko hit you with the staff a couple times before, save you some dice. But
He's taking matters into his own hands.
Right.
recharges every day.
All right. So you guys got a lot of stuff going on at once. So let me reveal. Let's see. You guys search the warehouse. Mostly it's garbage. The crystal pillars that had been glowing with power from the ley line have gone silent. Let's see. You find Go ahead and just give me an investigation roll.
That's to win, isn't it?
Whoever's searching.
Yeah.
Dwayne is
investigation.
taking a short rest. He is not helping or doing.
Who's got a high investigation?
I only have a +1.
I think
Mine is
that's
perception.
0.
I got a 0.
I got a 0. Emiko?
Okay. Investigation.
I don't know if my investigation's that good. Let me check.
It's an intelligence based.
Yeah,
It is
then that's
intelligence
not going to
based.
be me. Investigation.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
Yep, I can if nobody else can.
Yeah,
I
my
can.
investigation is 10.
So,
All right.
All right. I guess Yanni's up.
All right.
I'll
Is
help you.
anybody helping me? Okay.
Yes,
All
I'll
right.
help you. Johnny.
Okay.
You
I'll be right back.
up.
Wow.
luck of the halfling, right?
Exactly right. Luck of the halfling.
Yep.
You find some ritual components.
I was gonna say a watch hidden up his orifice.
That's Christopher Walken, not Christopher Watchin.
yeah.
You find a small set of crude carving tools.
Okay.
Not that you would use to carve a statue, but more like carving like cuneiform type stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, so like writing instruments.
Writing instruments, but for carving.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
No brushes or anything like that.
Like a lithograph or something.
Like
yeah.
hieroglyphics, like you would use to carve hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics
be.
or cuneiform. Cuneiform is yeah. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
My character probably doesn't have that knowledge.
Yeah. I think that's beyond the ranger's purview.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't find anything of value.
Just that?
You find
Cool.
you find like half of a goblin that the beholder had been eating before you arrived.
Oh, wow.
He just wrapped it. He just put it in a Ziploc and was like, "I'll eat that later."
Well, they don't have hands,
yeah.
so it gets to be messy.
Yeah.
But you don't
Does it
find
have another
anything
one of
else
those
of
damn keys?
what's that?
Does it have another one of those damn keys?
No
Yeah,
more keys.
yeah. So rolled a 20 and we got nothing.
You got what was there.
Yeah. So this guy was definitely one of those elderly, like out of his mind.
Yeah,
Became a
elderly
hoarder.
shut in, mill on wheels.
Yep, hoarder.
I think senior is the preferred nomenclature.
You haven't worked in enough senile people's houses, have you?
All right. So
Just like every other senior, it was put in a home by its children.
Right.
We killed a beholder, and all we got was a non-magical set of.
Well, he didn't say it was non-magical. I mean,
Oh,
well, you got 5 beholder eye stalks, and we have yet to determine about the central eye.
yes.
well, I think we just
So
got 3.
you're,
I thought you said just 3, right?
there were 5 eye stalks that were still working.
Yeah.
So you just cut those off, and now that it's the central eye. You didn't roll the nature yet, did you?
Well, we were waiting for DeWin to get done with his little.
Yeah.
how you
His
do it.
rest.
No, go.
Where's the
So he could.
so we saw a crystal that was cut off.
I have one in my hand. I'm Dim's good eating.
So, what you're trying to determine, DeWin, is what is the best way to cut into the beholder to get all of the eye? I'm surprised that's the first time that pun has come up this evening.
I was holding it back. I didn't want to be the one to do it.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of let
He
the
wants to
party
go outside.
down.
Now, don't just go in there and just carve the eyeball out. We're going to want that whole optic nerve coming with it too.
Maybe I don't know. DeWinn's going to figure that out.
So DeWin examines it and realizes that the eye as a whole has no value. It's the liquid inside. So if you pierce it and drain the fluid into clean containers, that is a key ingredient for a potion of anti-magic field. So what you have to do is make a DC 15 medicine or survival check to tap the eye and try and drain it into some clean flasks or containers. So the first question is, does anyone have an empty, clean flask or container?
I'm sure we can maybe find one in this warehouse.
We got
No, this warehouse has been out of
some
use
magic,
for...
some healing potion. We can clean that,
Water
right?
skin.
Yeah. Somebody took a healing potion, right? Didn't somebody
Yeah,
take a healing potion?
Marcus did.
Yeah,
You could use a healing potion vial, but there would be an increased chance of failure if you don't get it completely clean. You would...
Prestidigitation. There
All
we
right.
go.
There we go.
And I'm
So
sure
I
we have
believe
some other containers that we can do that with.
All right. So go ahead. Who's doing the procedure?
Well, we decided that I'm doing the procedure. I have the.
So it's either DC 15 medicine or survival.
It doesn't matter. I have both at 6.
Well, then roll whichever.
All right. And there's someone helping me, correct?
Sure, I'll help you.
All right, I'll be right.
All right.
I can just see Sese standing behind him. No, you're doing it wrong. You got to angle it a little down.
Right. No, it was Emiko that was going to help, I thought.
That's fine.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Don't hurt
Doesn't
my
matter.
feelings, you
Yes,
fucking-
that's
Is there a bless somebody can bless?
You're
yes,
really
right.
worried about getting a
Yes.
15 with
Yes,
a
I
plus
can bless.
what? A
I can
plus
bless.
10?
Hold on. I can bless.
Okay.
I'm getting there. Hold on. Give me a second.
All right. Yeah,
She
that's what I was
does.
going to say. Is there somebody who's got a
I have
cantrip?
guidance.
There you go. That's what we're looking for.
Too late. I already used this thing. So
Okay. Is it a cantrip or is that a?
It is not.
Guidance is a cantrip.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. Use a
I've
cantrip.
already used it.
Yeah.
Do they stack?
Sure.
All right. There you go.
Okay.
You got both.
All right. Here you
So
go.
you got 2 D4s.
They add a
He's
D4
got
to
it.
each.
So I'm just laughing because Matt has like plus 10 on this roll. He's
No.
rolling at advantage.
No, I have a
And now
plus
he's-
6. I have a plus
Well, this
6.
is all we're getting out of this fucking beholder. So we better
Yeah,
get
yeah,
at least
yeah,
this,
yeah.
right? I mean, we don't want to screw this up.
I'm just think it's funny. Go
Yep.
ahead.
All right. Is it going to automatically add it or do I have to?
No, you're gonna have to add it.
Okay. All right. So here's the roll.
So
And-
17 plus 2d4.
2D4. Okay. What the heck? Okay.
Yep.
Is that? Can I just put a 2 in front of that? Roll 2 of them.
Or you can click it twice.
2/R D4, or is that
Here,
slash
just
R
click
2D4? Hold on.
just click the button at the bottom for a d4. Click it twice and then click roll.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's all you got to do. Hell,
Now we know.
that only rolled 1D4. Okay, I'll roll another.
That rolled
Nope.
2. That did
Okay,
roll 2.
4, and it gave us a 4. So 27.
Yep. All right. So
You got
now
some good
roll
eye
a-
juice.
roll a single d4.
Okay. How come it didn't? No, I didn't want that. How come it didn't do it?
We got the water boy rolling over here.
Well, for some reason I can't see it very well, and it's just because it's automatically giving us a 2. How do you reset that?
How do you reset what?
It's
You're rolling
automatically going to give me a. It's automatically okay. There it goes. All right. No.
I'll
What
just
is
roll
wrong
it.
with this thing? Yeah, just roll it.
You get 1 vial.
Oh, joy! I thought all those
See,
rolls
let
would help out.
You let the DM do it, and you get 1.
Well, for
As
some
a
reason it's
crusty
stuck on
old-
2. So
Is crusty
2
and
would have
old.
been better than letting the DM roll it because he gave you 1. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Well, he rolled a
and I
1
got
too.
the- Yeah. See, there you go. I just figure all those good rolls would help us out, but no. Okay.
Hey,
All right,
Mike,
So-
can you
sometimes
get that
it's
charmed off of
sometimes
me?
having massive success just means you still succeeded.
Yep. Hey, this is the first time I've done this. Come on.
So
At
what did
least-
you say? What were you saying, Elmore?
I need to. It's still showing me as charmed.
Well, some
We
people.
know you're not charmed, so
I don't know what's on me. I got concentration, and how do I end
mean-
that?
The concentration
do
is
is-
from Zephyr Strike. So
all we got to do is look at Discord and know you're not charmed. You know what I mean?
Well, I know I'm not charmed.
All you got to do is turn it off, disable effect.
Alright.
Okay.
Totally evidenced in pretty much every roll I throw.
Certainly
is
in-
anybody else doing anything in this area?
We've already
Uh,
searched it completely, right?
Yes,
Let's go
you have
get a
searched it.
crystal and get out.
You've
Yanni?
Howard DeWin has the crystal.
Yanni, look around. Take a look around and see if you see any hidden trap doors or anything.
I rolled a 20.
Oh,
So
you
I
checked
missed a little bit. I was dealing with a dog, but the crystal. We found the crystal. Was it that orange crystal?
Yeah, it was the same one that had been cut off.
Okay.
Does the 20 pretty much guarantees that we found everything?
If you didn't
Uh,
fight it on a 20, we're not going to do any better.
Yeah,
As a
right.
group.
We found all of it. There's no more.
Right.
Anything in this room down here? This is just junk. Looks like. Anything we can salvage off the?
Nah,
his
it's all
guardian?
just
Okay.
twisted, warped metal.
Did
Marcus
we
pretty
look at
much
the other
guaranteed
crystals
that
too?
won't.
Right. He kind of went ham on it.
Oh, you game paused.
It's just in case you came in the other way.
Oh, I got you.
So we looked at all the other crystals that are down here too.
Yeah, you guys have been harvesting like pieces of crystal the whole way.
And we finally found the one we wanted.
You finally found the one you wanted.
All
We've
right.
searched everywhere: trapdoors, secret passages.
So DeWin has the crystal he wants to carve into a ball.
That's right.
Do you want another one so you can have 2 balls?
Eh,
Or are you good with just one? Maybe
Two
you
balls
need
are always
2.
better than one.
Is this more amethyst out here?
No, you don't know what it is. It is purple colored. It is not amethyst.
All right.
Did we search the Sentinel's personal?
What's this tomato-looking thing out here?
More crystal.
Okay.
Let's skedaddle. I want
Did we
fresh
search
air.
the Sentinel?
There was one passage we didn't go down, right? The south passage somebody was mentioning.
I believe
Um,
Yanni already went down there.
Yeah.
Oh, there
He
was
was
nothing in
he
there.
was scouting.
Does this
It's
crystal
so
look like
hard
it
for
might
me
be
to
worth
believe.
something?
It's so hard for me to
Roll
believe
nature.
that
Okay.
the beholder didn't have anything valuable. I thought they were
He literally was a senile old beholder.
Yeah, but that just means he had a whole lifetime's worth of time to collect shit.
I'm pretty sure he was a prisoner here, like literally of his own. You
Did we-
know,
Did we search the Sentinel's possessions on him?
Yes.
Personal-
Yes, you did.
I think,
Smack
I think
Technically,
we're
Yanni
being-
did.
I think we're
Yep.
being told that we have searched everything.
Yeah.
anything good, Mike?
The crystal might be like an interesting paperweight, but it's not a high
Ah.
value item.
I could sell it to a hippie and say it's a
I
focusing
mean, you
pistol.
could probably sell it to like a merchant as, "Ooh, this came from the depths of a demon-infested mine.
Right. And they'd be
Would
like,
you
no
like?"
thanks.
Yeah, and they're like,
No, Dada, no,
If
get that away
if
from me.
you hang it from a pyramid made from like cheap wire, you could sell it to a hippie.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Someone
yeah.
put it on
Right.
put it on its head.
All
Right.
right.
There you
So
go.
if you guys have investigated this, the section that uh, Sese was talking about down here in the south, Yanni did go down and investigated it. His perception did not pick up anything. So what I am going to do is I'm going to move the party up to here. Oops, you're too spread out. Let me. Oh, this is going to be weird.
We have a loading screen now.
No. It's just you guys are spread out a bit.
Damn, I was riding on.
Well, technically, if you wanted to, the in key would let you like jump on somebody's shoulders.
Right. Oh my!
No,
What do we?
seriously. So as you guys get to the main chamber, you hear a bell tolling back from behind you,
Uh-huh.
and you notice that a number of the sigils have gone dark on the floor.
Oh my. Okay.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead and
Wait.
roll a Arcana.
Somebody didn't pay the light bill, and now the containment field is down. Tell me about the Twinkie, Ray.
So on a 19, I will remind you of some of the things that you discovered 2 weeks ago. The first thing you discovered is that those sigils were a combination of abjuration and divination. The abjuration was aimed at keeping the portal unusable. The divination was intended to be a warning system should the wards fail. And at a 19, I will also remind you that something that puzzled you greatly at the time was how the wards incorporated anti magic fields. And you have just killed a creature that specializes in anti magic fields.
Put its eye goo on the sigils to turn it.
Yeah, no. The one fucking thing we got out of the beholder, I gave it back. To win, can you try to divine how are using the beholder eye juice might renew those sigils?
You could roll an arcana check, but you would know that even if you succeed, it's temporary. The juice will eventually dry out.
Say it again.
The juice is temporary, it dries out.
Yeah.
So this is
I
all
was gonna say that
Marcus's
too.
fault. Thanks, Marcus.
So if you want to infer something from that, fine if you want to roll.
Well, our choices are hang out here for something bad to come out or skedaddle, right?
Well,
Kinda.
I don't think our alignment is going to allow us to just skedaddle.
Your alignment?
Yeah, maybe mine. Anybody who's lawful or good. So the chaos bunnies would probably want to be would be willing to leave, but
Um, that's a possibility. I would say that the alignment doesn't mean suicide pact.
Yeah.
So you are perfectly welcome to stay and wait for the field to completely fail and see
I
what
think
steps through from hell.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of
we
like
determined-
watching a nuclear reactor containment field fail. I don't think you want to be within that influence.
Oh, did we determine that there was nothing we could do? The physical destroying the physical part of this gateway doesn't do anything, right? Because it's still the
You could try. Um, it is bound in demonic iron and is probably going to be exceptionally strong.
I would imagine that our friend on the surface might be happy that this is failing.
I doubt it. Even as a goblin, you probably don't want a bunch of fucking demons flying through unannounced at all hours of the night.
He
Well,
wanted
yeah, they have to call
the beholder
ahead.
dead. He wanted the beholder dead.
He just wanted the dungeon cleared. He didn't know what was down there.
I beg to differ. I think he knew
Well,
because he said it was keeping them from the the lower levels, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said that we needed to clear that. That was what was keeping them on the surface.
yeah, but that was keeping his people on the surface. So I doubt if he'd be too happy if something's coming through there, because it would just be
Well,
more things killing his people.
I don't think that we understand who his people are, to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that you can extrapolate that. But-
I think he has full knowledge of what's down here.
Yeah, you're just guessing at that, though. I mean,
No, I think he has full knowledge. He said several things that would say, you know, that's what's keeping him from coming down here. 10-1, bet you money. 10-1.
Again, I don't
know
know
how
that
do we
that means you
stop
understand his motivations and what he would or would not
Well,
want.
let's go ask him because I'm not
I
sticking
don't-
around here
honestly,
to be pulled into hell.
I mean,
So-
I don't give a shit what his motivations are. To tell you the truth, I mean, we've fulfilled our piece of the contract. Now the
Yeah.
question is, do we leave an open gate to hell open here, or do we just, or we try and do something about
All right.
it?
Well, how do we do? What do we do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't know.
what do we do?
I'm not
I-
saying.
Yeah. Hold on.
Sensei has all the
Howard's
answers.
trying to say something. Hold on. Yes. Yes, it is. It is there to impede the portal.
Is this a two-way portal?
You're not sure.
Why don't you go see Yanni?
I don't have the skill to do that.
You just walk through the portal. You're a ranger.
I'm Richard. I don't understand how that has any
Go be
bearing.
stealthy.
Hang
Sneak
on,
your way
guys. I
through.
can't hear what. Hang on. I can't hear when everybody's going at once. Let's let Howard finish. Yes, it is. A magical portal as a result of the intersection of three ley lines. That would be very difficult. It's akin to like
Truly
rerouting a
Herculean
river.
effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like rerouting a river with your hands.
We do have some crystal and some beholder eye juice.
The those guys up topside might know the magic to lay back down to stop that.
I don't know. I don't think those guys topside. I don't think they know shit. To tell you the truth. And not to reinforce what Yanni was saying, but I don't know. We can trust their motivations. We don't really know. But they're
Yeah.
probably bad.
Oh, I believe that they're not of honorable intentions.
I don't disagree with that.
Let me check and see if that's above my pay grade or not.
Now, if you wanted to spend some time studying this, you certainly could.
But the thing's gonna blow up, right? With the portal
Well,
to hell.
you don't know at what rate. You only know that like the power is off, but you don't know how long it goes before it. You don't know how long till the containment unit melts down. Peck has
Fuse
turned
both.
off the power.
Right.
The Twinkie is the size of New York.
I'm willing to
You
stay
got
here
some-
and stand watch while DeWin attempts to divine a possible next.
Yeah, I have speak with dead. That would be fine.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a position, which I have already taken, close to the gate, in order to
I see that. To
combat
whack
any
anything that comes through.
right. And I'd appreciate it if Galen came over near me and provided me some shielding.
So is Sese thinking that this is like the last stand? Is that what he's going into, or
If need be, but I would prefer it not to be. But if something comes through, it's probably not going to be easy to kill.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be worthy of killing because it'll probably be chaotic evil. So, that would be a good thing.
Okay. So is everybody except Galen and Sese and maybe Marcus and Yanni going back, or what are we doing?
Well, Yanni, why don't you go stand back there by the doorway, the exit,
Which doorway?
the
Oh, back
exit,
here? Back here?
and if
I think he's
something
talking
really,
about the stair. The stair.
yeah,
Oh, that's the stairwell up
yeah,
up
and
here.
you
Now,
could
I will say that there's this little alcove here.
Where I don't see
Why
your.
doesn't it doesn't let me? Oh, I've got it on the wrong thing.
This is the stairwell up, right?
Yeah, but
well,
follow
I
the
know
king.
he's got some fucking history or whatever things he's dealing with, and if he wants to go stand by the exit and still provide archery support, that's a pretty good solution for
Sure.
me.
So
And
that
then if he,
at the back of that is it's a manual rope lift.
What here?
No, right here.
I don't see where you're.
point it out again. I'm not. Oh, up
Uh,
there.
It's very dark, but yes.
okay. Is the rope intact?
Yeah, it appears to be.
Sounds
Well,
like a big
technically,
nap.
if you're standing near an elevator shaft, worst come to worst, you could misty step to the top level, couldn't you?
Are we below that gigantic gelatinous cube?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
You are at
First
a lower level from sea level, but you are not directly underneath it. But in
'Cause I
terms of
was thinking we
pure
just
elevation,
drop
you are under.
that. If we could siphon that thing down to here,
That
any demon that comes through is going to be in a gelatinous cube.
that is an interesting take. I would remind you that Yanni made some interesting observations about slimes, and
Yeah.
specifically the possibility that Jubilex is involved.
Yeah. So
So having a
it
giant
steps through.
slime might just give him a big avatar to inhabit.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it would wag its tail and
Oh.
ant, and he'd be like, "Good boy, good boy." Which, if it comes through, it could probably still inhabit that as a avatar.
All right. So what's the party doing?
You act like we know.
Yes.
It's probably going to laugh its ass that we're down here still with that gate and the fact that his spells have been broken.
Yeah, but he may still hold a grudge against those creatures coming through the gate, and you may be able to use that as a line of argument, as a way to get.
Well, no, you get 5 questions. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer truthful answers if you were hostile to it.
Yep. I'm
Well,
gonna
it was yelling about demons.
stealth over here.
Right. All right.
Nice.
I'm hidden. That's what I'm doing.
Yep. All right. I'm not going to make you walk all the way back down. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Oh, for Emiko?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you guys walk
Yeah.
all the way down
All right, thank
just
you.
to cast a spell and then walk all the way back up.
Thank you.
All right. So you've got 5 questions. First off, go ahead and ask your questions.
Well,
All right.
you probably ought to think about it before you ask him. Just saying.
So,
Gelatinous
Yeah.
mass treasure. That's my question.
Mine too, you fucker. 800,000 years old, you don't have a dime to show for it? Sounds like a deadbeat beholder to me. Definitely not getting any food stamps.
Too many trips to the nudie bar.
So I think the first thing is maybe it's not the first, but somewhere in there you gotta say, is there a way to re-energize the gate?
Yeah, I'm going to refill my drink. You guys figure out what you're going to ask, and when I come back, we'll do this.
Okay, sounds like a good plan. So, is there a way to re-energize the gate? And then maybe have a
Kick the
couple
demons out.
ideas how to do that? Could we use your eye juice to re-energize the gate?
killed the
Oh, that's right. It's going to be temporary. That's right. Maybe there's a way to destroy the gate. Yeah. Right. Well, no, I mean his plan would have been demons are coming up to get me. And so I got to stop the demons from getting me. He doesn't care about anybody else, so he would have destroyed the gate already if he could. He's had hundreds of years to do it.
All right, so we have 5 questions that we can ask. All right, so
Could we bring the roof down on it?
so is that going to be our first question? If the gate can be destroyed?
Can we? Yeah, I think can we destroy the gate? And then if not, how do we?
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to he's not going to give you a description, right? So if you ask, is it a gate? He says no. We probably had to check with Mike on that. Because I thought he said it was just yes or no.
No, I said it would be brief, cryptic, or repetitive.
Okay.
And it's under no requirement to be truthful. In other words, there's no like zone of truth spell going on.
Fuck.
All right, so we were going to ask if that thing is a gate. Was that going to be question number 1? What is that thing? Okay.
Portal.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean that's.
I mean, if you want the technical descriptive term, it's an archway, but portal, archway, gateway, these are all words that would be assumed to be the same.
What is that? Is that like an oxymoron?
No, it's a synonym.
Synonym. Thank you.
All right, so
And you said it's made of iron.
No, it appears to be a white stone that looks similar to alabaster, bound with black iron bands, reinforced.
Okay, so our first question is going to be, what is the archway then? Doing. Okay. And then our second question is going to be, how can it be destroyed?
Maybe can it be destroyed? Or maybe can we destroy it?
Is there a way that we can destroy it?
That's pretty open, isn't it? It might be a pretty detailed response.
Well, maybe we could ask if do we have the present capability to destroy it.
Capability would not answer how to destroy it.
Let's see here. All right. So first, what is it, and then how can it be destroyed? Okay. So we wanted to ask what the purpose of the beholder was. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. What was his deal with it? Uh huh. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. All right. So then,
We kind of know what's on the other side, though, don't we? I mean, bad things. I mean, I don't know if we need to know its exact nature. I'm a little afraid we're going to run out of questions before we figure out how to bring the bad boy down.
yeah, because we would have one more question left after that. Um. So
Maybe save that for last. If you got a solution, that's great. But if not, don't ask it. Matt, you got anything?
Not really. I gave my 2 cents about the, you know, don't ask if it can be destroyed. Ask how can we destroy it, or do we have the means here to destroy the gate? Um, where does the gate go to? Or okay. Um, can you ask it in such a way that you can find out whether it's a two-way gate? Not that it really matters. We don't want to suggest. We want him to tell us. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be pretty clever, so cryptic is probably a key word there.
I I
We,
I,
we
I
just
still
killed
I
you
still say
and
that this.
drained your eye.
Yeah, I still say that this beholder was senile and didn't really know that we were that was what was going to happen. I don't know that we were. It thought that we were demons.
Hey, Emiko,
Yes.
do beholders have any kind of just beliefs, funerary practices that they prefer? I mean, we could certainly burn his body if that's what he prefers, or maybe do a roll for that. See if you got any knowledge of that. No, not ask it. Just saying if she knows of anything.
Soften it up, maybe. Yeah.
And you want to spend, what is that, 20% of your questions on that? I don't know. That's up to you. I'll let you. All right. All right.
Maybe we can drag its whole body up here and put it on there by the portal.
Yeah. And let its lidless eye stare at the portal for eternity.
Well, if its eye has anti-magic or whatever,
You
Well, it
drain
maybe
did.
the
other
eye.
parts of its body do.
It did.
Yeah, it used to.
Till we pocketed it for a cheap for some gold. Since he was a broke dick beholder. And I'm pretty happy about that. Let me just say that.
Maybe we use the we put it down here blind with the well, no, because we were supposed to get rid of it for the dude up top side. I was gonna say resurrect it somehow so it just sits there exuding its anti-magic.
Well, I think resurrection's a little beyond our level
We
capabilities.
can bring it up from a 0 hit points
I mean, I can.
Well,
with the
it's
healing
definitely
kit. Got a
dead.
healing kit.
I will say that Emiko does have Revivify, and if you hurry, you could bring it back.
Yeah, what
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm saying you could do it.
isn't the anti-magic in its eye?
Sounds like a very terrible idea.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If
Well, no, it
If
still
the-
has an eye. It just doesn't have any goo in its eye.
if the anti-magic is in the eye juice, whatever you want to call it, and we've drained it of that, what good is reviving it?
Well, that could. You know. Of course, now we're invalidating the
Blind
contract
and
we made
powerless with no defender.
Yeah,
And our contract
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Babu.
we made a
was
deal with that. What's his face?
Babao.
Bobo.
Babao.
Bow, bow, bow.
I just feel
All right.
like it's
Now, Revivify does cost 300 gold pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
Why not?
concerned that
Let's-
the revivified's not going to
Let's go
Really?
through this whole chapter and end up negative gold pieces for it.
I'm just concerned that if we revive it, that it being without its eyes in any way to defend itself, that it's just gonna be like this. You know,
It would probably die shortly after, as soon as you guys leave,
yeah,
because it has no way to defend itself.
that's my concern. Is that,
No, I'm pretty sure you guys cut off all the eyes.
yeah, I think we
No.
could.
Your
But
party
we-
isn't known for like restraint.
Yeah, so I don't think that
If we
now,
bring
wait a
it,
second. Hold on. For when we revivify it, do you just bring it back in the state it was, or
Yes.
do you
It
regenerate?
does
from
not.
that?
It does not regrow anything.
Well, I have lesser regeneration, so I could like maybe grow back some eyes on it.
if
Yeah.
we bring him back and kill him again, do we get the XP?
Again.
I don't.
It would
I
be a
don't-
lower CR because it would only come back with 1 hit point. So you would get a 1 hit point monster's worth of XP to split among the 6 of you.
I thought I'd ask.
So you're saying we'd get something?
Fair
out of it.
question.
You're saying we're getting
Yeah.
XP.
What if we tossed its body into the portal?
Wouldn't fit.
Well, and I don't think it would do anything.
It's also very large. You would have to really work to get it down here.
He's like Jabba the Hutt sized, isn't he?
Yeah,
but
he's a very
Marcus is
large
pretty
creature.
strong. Marcus is pretty strong, so is Ceci.
All
I
right.
mean, we could carry it, but I don't think that would do any
So-
good.
I think that the party has had enough time to debate internally. So What is the actual action being taken?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
fine with
I'm okay with that. We got to figure
Alright.
something out.
All right. Like I said, I'm not going to make you go all the way down. You
Thank you.
casted the spell. So go ahead and ask the questions in whatever order that you want. That's an interesting question. Let's see. Do beholders give a shit? All right. All right. The beholder considers it for a moment, as if some fragment of his former pride is rekindled. The voice responds with a hint of wistfulness. My remains scattered among the ley lines. Let my essence guard what I protected. No monument, no marker, only eternal vigilance.
No.
Well, that's doable.
I think you just got all your questions answered.
I know.
And then it gives a final response of better destroyed than to become a demon's puppet.
Well, now I feel bad. Marcus killed it.
Well,
You know?
listen, I mean, it's not like Galen didn't try to head him off at the pass. I mean, Galen did try.
I tried
Esty-
negotiating with him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's true. He did try to negotiate with him, and he got blown off. That is
Well,
true.
he rolled like a 2.
Yeah, well, he got blown off.
Well,
Well,
and
that
it
was
was
fine.
quite crazy. So what do we got to do? How do we get its essence on everything?
So what's the next question? Gateway to the abyss. 3 ley lines. Convergence. My sacred duty. Demons seek the archway. Corruption spreads. I guard. Always guard.
I think this is where you insert blame on Marcus again.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, he's feeling bad enough. But yeah,
You
good
know
job,
what?
Marcus.
You want to give me your XP for. I'm happy to take it. If you feel real guilty about it, I'll take it.
Let's simmer down now.
Sorry, you cut out. Were you asking how to destroy it? It pauses a moment. The archway requires the ley lines severed. 3 lines converge. Sickly green, blood red, cold blue. My wards protect, maintain purity, destroy the nexus where they intersect. Ward stones damaged must restore or sabotage, create, leak, crystalline formations at intersections. Break them, break the gate.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely break the crystals.
You mean the ward stones? Notes, notes, notes. Demons, corruption, damages wardstone. Water from flooded levels corrodes. Blood of creatures from other planes. Temporal shifts create fractures. Formations sensitive to resonance. Magic cast within zones unpredictable. My wards need skilled hands to restore.
Okay. So here's what we do. We leave DeWin here and we all leave.
So we either got to cut the ley lines.
So that's your last question?
Can you even see where these ley lines are?
You can I couldn't put them as a special effect, but you can see the ley lines converging as a nexus over the gate. Bjorn, Stormforge, skilled hands, master blacksmith, expert with artifacts, knows enchantments, steady hands for wards, understands metal and magic.
I've got some blacksmithing skills.
No,
don't
I
think
will.
we're the same
I-
kind.
Let me double check my notes.
Wasn't he one of
Because
the
I
dead
had
guys?
no idea what questions you guys were going to ask.
Isn't he one of the dead guys who used to work here?
It sounds like it.
One of the guys that dissipated when we told him, hey,
Mm-hmm. You're free.
Possible. Yeah, possibly.
Where is it?
I wonder if we could just bend a ley line around instead of cutting it.
Bend it like Beckham. Yeah. So you know this name, Marcus. But the knowing doesn't give you a lot of hope. Bjorn Stormforge was he's a relative of yours. And and he died a long time ago.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know if anybody remembers my backstory, but my father was a blacksmith.
Yes,
Is he he's related? How's he related to me? Do I
he is a
know?
direct descendant. He was
You
a
mean he's
direct.
a direct descendant? Marcus is.
Yeah. Sorry, he's a direct ancestor.
He's like a grandfather.
He was born Bjorn Stormhammer, and he experienced one of the this is like family lore, right? And after a devastating battle where he failed to protect his fellow soldiers because of faulty equipment, he had vowed to dedicate his life to crafting superior gear, defensive gear specifically. And he changed his name to Stormforge to mark the new chapter in his life. Although this did cause a split in the family that persisted for many generations because of his dedication to armor smithing as opposed to weaponsmithing.
So what do we what's the smithing skills necessary for closing the portal?
It's yeah. Go ahead.
Preparing a what? Well, do I looking at the situation? Do I feel I've got the blacksmithing skills to do the job?
Roll a tool proficiency. What
Tool
kind of
proficiency?
smith did you take? Weaponsmithing, armor smithing? What did you take?
My
I
back.
wonder if
I
he
don't know.
could
I'm not sure.
commune with his ancestors. Aren't they? Aren't you ancestor worshippers?
No, he's a frenzy guy, whatever that is, but it's not. It's not the ancestor.
Wait, so did you say toolsmithing?
Yeah, it's a tools check.
How do I do a tools check?
A tools check is a D20 plus your proficiency with smithing tools.
Stuff's located, but all right. So just roll a d20.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You are not capable of repairing it. Not on your own. Not as you are now.
Can I roll it again with inspiration?
You can burn an inspiration and try again. Yeah.
I think you already got the answer, though. I don't think asking the question again is going to get you a different answer. That's my impression, at least. You were seeking an answer, you got the answer.
Yeah, I could.
If
Sure.
you were doing a skill check to
Mhm.
actually break it, that'd be different. But
Right. Okay. Well, I can't repair it, so what do you want to do?
I mean, we could go try and get somebody to come back and repair it.
Personally, I don't care about any of this. I think we get out of here, get the crystal.
I think since the beholder named you specifically as far as your bloodline, I think that this may be a key to regaining um your family's weapon, the soul of your family's weapon. I I know that sounds crazy, but don't you have to fix your weapon?
Lament.
Yeah, lament.
Thought somebody was going to work on that. Was that you, Howard, that really was going to work on it?
I just
Yeah, and remember
I-
when Howard divined that, he divined that it was fixable, but it would take a lot of magic to fix it. I'm not saying that's necessarily connected to this, but I
That
don't know.
might
And
take a
just to-
summer break.
to give some time perspective on how far back Bjorn Stormforge was in your family tree, it was 8 generations.
Oh wow.
A long time.
Well, I mean, he's a dwarf, right? So,
No, they're human barbarians.
oh,
I mean, maybe he's a little dwarf on his mother's side, but they don't talk about that.
You got a little dwarf in you? Do you want some?
okay. So then it wasn't connected to the spirits we mentioned before, that we read into before. So
That's correct. You ran into spiritual maintenance workers, and you ran into the Wraith Lord who had been the foreman. Kel, something like that.
Mhm.
So we've used up all our questions,
You have used up all 5 questions.
and we got shit out of it, really, pretty much, other than finding out that
All right, now
Yeah.
revive him.
finding out that one of my 8th generational relative
And that
Mate,
you
mate.
lack the skill to bring back your the spirit of your
these-
great grandfather. Hmm.
Is there any way to revive my ancestor to come back and deal with this?
Yeah, it's a
It's
Conjure him.
yeah, it would be really hard to raise dead from
With
so
no
long ago.
with no body.
You got no body.
No stinking body.
It's been a very long time. It would be exceptionally difficult to
But
bring
you
him
could
back.
commune. You could commune with, or
What if we
you know,
brought
there
him
are
back?
there
and
are
put him in-
ways.
What if we brought him
Can I
back? and put him-
channel it? Can I
Yeah,
channel him
channel it.
somehow?
You're not sure? You've never heard of such a thing? But
I was gonna
it
say-
sounds like
Doing-
you're offering to be possessed.
Doing
Yeah, that's
can
what
you-
I was going to say. Was could we trade Marcus for this guy?
Ah, ah,
And then,
ah.
and then
You'll
he could
find
just
there's somebody
join,
in your family tree to.
and
Yeah.
he could just Jason could just play Bjorn and keep all his stats. We just basically change the name on the character sheet. Okay, sorry.
no way to
Anyway.
channel him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot about? In my backpack, I have Bjorn's notes that he took 8 generations ago on
You just happen to carry that.
blacksmithing skills.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly.
I'm going to
something-
take a look at your backpack right now, and if I don't see that, I am taking hit points.
Uh-oh.
Just
Backpack,
take-
Only
backpack.
family members can see it.
Don't see it there.
Just take
Uh.
Marcus's nose. That's all.
Yeah, just
Right.
yeah. Take off
I'll
his
take
nose.
something a
nose
little
despite
further
his-
south that he'll miss more.
Uh-oh.
Right. Take off his nose despite his face.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't see those notes. We'll think
Left
of
them in
a
my home storage.
dog ate my homework. I wasn't late. I was I was stuck in traffic. Right, but they had nothing to do with his clan. Now that doesn't mean that you couldn't look for notes.
That's what I was going to say next. I'm going to go around and look for any notes, instructions, information.
About here, or are you gonna try and research your ancestors?
No, I'm just talking about looking around in the room.
Oh, and the room's not going to have anything about your ancestors.
Well, I don't know. I'm just looking for any kind of original like installation guide or instructions.
The manual that they tossed
The
aside when they were
manual that
uncrating it.
my great 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 grandfather put together when he
Right, right, right. Right. There's just a note about frickin' flat pack hell
Yeah, but I'm not
gateways.
getting any signal down here.
Well, that's
All
where Donnie
right.
chimes in and says, "Okay, well, let's just go up to the surface, and then
Yeah.
we get
All right.
distracted."
Well,
And
you look around and you don't find in the rotting crates, you don't find any notes or instructions or pamphlets. There is a film bag of extra screws, but you don't find anything else.
extra screws.
Yeah, all flat pack furniture ends up with extra screws.
Yeah. it's
What
an
if we?
IKEA warehouse.
Is this
Why don't we just
IKEA?
throw the
Yeah,
screws through the gate?
IKEA is hell. Like the
IKEA, right?
IKEA is hell. Ah.
Yeah. So, do you think we need to burn him first and then scatter his remains, or
Well, certain groups of monks, they would just, dissect the body and, spread the remains.
That group of monks is only in Silvery Moon.
yeah, I literally have
Actually, I
never
believe
heard of
they're
monk.
yeah, Tibetan monks, they do a thing called sky burial where they mutilate the body and scatter it, and the birds of the carrion birds carry it away. Yep.
Yeah. So, do you want to burn him first and then scatter his ashes, or just throw his carcass in front of the gate?
No, it needs to be scattered on the ley lines, right?
Yeah. So that maybe his burnt remains, the ash will strengthen those ley lines and make it so that nothing can come through.
Okay. So tell me, I'm more than willing to help, and I can get somebody to help me do this. But are we chopping him up and throwing him in pieces? Okay.
A proper funeral or pyre, maybe.
Okay. Okay, we could do that. Yeah. So we
All
could
right.
use these old railway carts. They were wooden, right?
There's the
Yep.
carts and then there's the railroad tracks. Have quite a bit of wood.
Okay. So we'll
So it
gather.
doesn't take
We
much.
got enough.
You guys gather up some wood and you cremate the remains of the beholder. And then, like I said, I can't show it as a special effect, but it is there. And you guys just scatter the ashes along the ley lines that you can get to.
Are the
Sounds right.
yeah? Do the
Yes.
sigils light up a little bit? They
They,
glow a
they
little
did
bit.
light it. Two of them did come back on.
Okay, good.
They are dimmer than the others, but they are back on.
So do you think this is a follow on quest?
The cave is clean.
All right. So you guys are going to head up now, right? Is there
I'm
anything
guessing.
else that you're going to do here? Technically, you guys didn't go too much in the east. But I believe that you have been everywhere else. I believe you like over in the east, like there were some spots that you guys went into. You didn't spend too much time there, and then you left. So there's like I'm sure there's a couple corners that you haven't been to, but
Well, it's
Is
all
there
pretty much
any
just rubble, isn't it?
is there
for
any
the most part.
treasure that we haven't gotten yet?
DC 30 insight roll.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I've got who do we put the bless and the
The bless and the guidance have expired.
but we could redo it.
Sure, if you want to burn another first level spell.
I mean, at this point, first level spell. We've killed the
Do you have?
monster. We've killed the monster boss.
Hmm.
So good
All
job,
right,
Marcus.
let's
You
leave.
you,
I
you
think I
got
think
him, and we helped, all
I
because of
think
you.
the DM is telling us to leave. I think.
Well, I'm trying to like if I let you guys, you'll talk for
We will.
hours in the
We will.
same room without ever doing anything. So
Yes, we
I am
will.
just trying to facilitate by keeping things moving.
Which says to me that we need to move.
Me too.
All right.
Let's go. I mean, this seems like a dead end. So
We got the crystal. There's no demons coming out.
You do have the crystal, yep.
So let's make haste. I want some fresh air. All I can smell is burnt beholder.
Now, the one thing I would say is we haven't gotten shit out of this chapter yet, but we could go back and kill one of those giant slimes or whatever and plunder it.
gelatinous mass.
Huh? It's
The
on the first
gelatinous
floor.
mass.
Yes. Uh-huh.
The cube. With all that gold and treasure.
And shit in there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go there. Although it seems like it was impossible to actually destroy that thing.
Yes, I think it would take a long time. Then again, I think the DM is telling us to leave.
All right, let's go. Are we gonna actually like work our way out of here in real time, or are you just gonna put us?
No. You guys had a rope elevator. All you have to do is just pull. So you
Oh, that
guys
one
get
that,
back to the surface.
Johnny found.
Yeah. You guys get back to the surface and see the formerly fall season has progressed on to winter with snow falling.
Great.
And Babao approaches you and says that, you've completed our bargain. Thank you so much, adventurers. And he signals to the rest of the hobgoblins and the goblins that are his followers and starts calling out orders. Gather the things, collect the food. We're moving back home.
Well, I think we ought to.
They're going
least
to
we-
an infernal realm. It's going to much warmer where they're going.
I think we probably
I
ought to at
don't say
least
this.
warn him. We
Yeah.
ought to at least warn him that we killed the beholder that was down there, but there may be other things that come out of the ground down there.
And avoid
right.
that gelatinous cube.
Avoid the gelatin. Oh, yeah, we call him Bobby. He's fine. He takes care of waste disposal.
Told you.
We should have killed that fucker.
Sure would have been nice if he'd have warned us about it.
You can ask him about it, but maybe they just figured you guys knew what you were doing.
Well, and it's not that threatening.
Right.
The
About
ones that are still up there.
where
aren't
do
that
you
threatening.
call home?
You're asking Babao?
Yeah. Where do you call home?
Who'd
Where
we
do you?
lose? Did we just
Where were
lose
you?
Jason?
Yeah.
Well,
Where were you born?
underground, of course.
Oh, there it is.
I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I lost internet connection.
Oh, no worries. So the goblins and the hobgoblins and Babao are all, packing. They're gathering wood for campfires. They're gathering food supplies, jars, water, you know, bed rolls and whatnot. And they're kind of gathering up into a staging area to carry back into the outpost.
Yeah, we better tell him about the demon thing.
I think he knows.
You cut out? Was it? That sounds terrible.
Uh-oh,
Well,
Matt.
you dealt with it, so all is good.
Uh-oh, Matt. You might be right.
Yeah. Like when he called it the gelatinous cube Bobby. Yeah, I think it's like he's got a name tag and a he's the janitor.
So somehow when I
doesn't
came
bother
back
me.
into the game, the only person to let me sign in was Brad, and now I have control of Sese.
Well, I mean, I could try and boot you.
Yeah, you could. He certainly can pay him back for the the wonderful job he did with your.
Right. Yeah. Sese
Well, now, to be
suddenly starts
fair-
just throwing all of his items on the floor.
To be fair, it killed my +1 longsword too. So it's not like I
You didn't
only
get
threw
away
Sese's-
scot-free.
Yeah, I didn't. It's not like I only threw away Sese's capability or Marcus's capability.
Right. Sorry, say that again. You want to do an insight check for what? Sure, you can roll an insight.
Well, Yanni might be better.
Aligned might be the right word there. I don't know.
Yanni would probably be the guy, right? Isn't he the guy for insight?
Yanni's the guy for perception.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Howard's the guy for insight.
Actually, I got a
With-
+3 on it.
All right. Well, I mean, whichever. I mean, Howard rolled a 21.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mike,
yeah.
you know why I can't get back in the game?
Do I know why?
Yeah, 'cause
It
I
thinks you're
don't.
still logged in. Let me try and kick you, and kick you out of the game, and then you can try and come back in.
All right.
So I've kicked Jason. I also don't have Brad logged in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brad's not in. I can see his name.
Right. So now Brad's back in.
Yeah, I'm refreshing, and I still can't select my name. It's like I'm still in.
I think
It's probably a cache issue.
I'm thinking maybe Bjorn has repossessed your body. And have you tried logging in as Bjorn?
Yeah.
You'd have to clear your cache to get back in. But we're wrapping up because it's like 7:25. So just listen, and you shouldn't need to do any rolling. So
Don't we
as
go-
far as what?
I was gonna say, don't we go 4 hours?
I don't know. 7:30 was typical. 3:30 to 7:30. That's 4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. My laptop is still on Panama City time. I apologize. I thought we had another hour. I apologize.
Yep. So you are doing an insight to see if they are aligned with the demons. On a 21, um, you guys really haven't gone in detail about what you found other than there was a beholder and they said, "Oh, that's what it was. That's a shame. That's a terrible thing. I'm so glad that you killed it." Um,
I think the word that we need to focus on is with. Do we use the word with here? I think he was, barring the door for this guy's. I mean, I don't want to say any of this out loud in front of Babu, but unless we say it in such a way that is not offensive to I do believe.
you wouldn't want to offend Babao Americans.
I do believe this man. These creatures are probably aligned with Jubilee. I'm just saying, if not directly, like I would say, they revere Jubilees.
Right. And your insight, I mean, it definitely feels weird, right? These goblins don't seem to be all that concerned about demons or beholders or guardians or they're just like, oh, we're heading back home. And they're not overly concerned about the details. um I think that DeWin would find that odd. But goblins aren't known to be particularly smart. So I don't know that he would necessarily clock that as like, in league with Lucifer kind of a deal.
Well, isn't Lucifer? Lucifer is a lawful. You know.
Right.
Don't think, yeah.
Goblins are chaotic, though, aren't they?
Goblins are chaotic.
So it's the difference
Oh.
between. It's the difference between. Okay. All right.
So
No, we've already been over this. We have already been over this.
So if
Demons are chaotic. Devils
Correct.
are
Lawful.
lawful. Okay. What we saw is a war between the two.
I was just gonna say, if DeWin
And
gives
the
me the
lawful.
nod, I have no problem killing all these goblins too.
God.
Because we've completed our contract with them. So legally, or by my alignment, I'm finished with them, and now it's a new.
Well,
it's a
right.
fresh
But by
beginning.
your alignment, they haven't done anything to you.
Yeah.
So
No,
if the party attacks them, that is murder by
No, they're
like the
chaotic.
standard definition. They are
No,
chaotic, but they haven't broken any laws. And they are
All right.
not doing evil to you.
Is
So, I'm
Babao
saying feel free.
Babao in there with us? Is he next to us?
No. He's gone up to the structure and is instructing the goblins and hobgoblins, like, pack this. Oh, forget about that. That's trash. Leave that behind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I?
they're chaotic evil, so I could kill them at drop of a dime. I mean, they're chaos bunnies. So
Sese, I don't know quite how to say this, but my hunch is these aren't goblins.
oh, now he thinks it's shapeshifters. All
No.
the more reason to kill them.
How many do you see?
How many do
None.
you see right now? You don't see any because they're inside.
No. How many did we see?
You saw like 5.
No,
That's
the
a
whole
hobgoblin.
tribe. What's the tribe?
You don't know. You've seen 5.
Okay. All right.
That was what you asked, is how many did you see?
Okay.
I say we just bail.
Yeah. Did we see anything down there that would point towards the name Babu?
You did not.
Okay. All right.
He's a
Well-
minor flunky, though. I'm not sure anybody would bother inscribing his name in it.
And he gave us that key.
He didn't give us that key. He bargained to give us that key.
Right, but
He didn't do us a fucking favor, you know. And he's chaotic, so we don't even know. We didn't even know if he would, fulfill the contract or whatever. And should he give us like a reward or something? We just gave him his house.
No, he didn't bargain for giving you a reward. He bargained you a key
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
he's giving me-
services. That's all he did.
he paid us up in advance.
He did.
Got outsmarted by a hobgoblin.
It's a goblin, which is worse, actually. But
Something that Sese will probably never tell anyone about after they leave this area.
well, we didn't get outsmarted. I mean,
You know, you
you
could
could kill them
just
all. They didn't outsmart us, did they? They gave us the
you could just
kill 'em
decide
all
to
and-
come back later and get him. You know,
yeah.
like a
I'm
big,
teasing. I mean,
like a
that's fine.
vacation safari or something.
That's fine. I'm getting that this thing is over. So let's just end it.
All right. So you guys set off back to Silver Scale. With the weather and everything like that, it takes about a week of traveling on foot to get back. And we will pick up where we left off. We'll pick up there next time we game.
Okay.
You do need to deal with rations, or you're going to be a longer trip to hunt on the fly.
Yeah, we'll hunt on the fly.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
No, I
Oh
will
my.
say, because he's not mentioned it, Yanni is an MRE on foot.
Yeah.
That's no. I'm not even joking. He has the spell Goodberry,
Yep. I do.
which Goodberry lets him produce, I believe, 6 berries that count as a day's ration.
Why the hell are we marking off rations?
Because he's not offered.
Nobody's asked me, and we haven't been in dire straits either.
Right. So we're
That's
going to
true.
pick up with the party entering Silver Scale after roughly a week-ish of travel, depending on some survival rolls that we will make next game. I
So if
believe
not-
that it... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if I feel that we don't need to worry about it, then I will cast Goodberry, and we don't have to, consume rations.
It's entirely up to you. You have not mentioned the spell one way or the other to anybody,
No.
so they have no idea that you have this spell.
Cat's out of the bag now.
It's for survival needs, okay?
Right. It's halfling only. When do we want to game? So let's end the stream.
Yep.
We're done. You guys did not give XP last time, so it's a double round of XP.
Double XP.
And